Anyway, let's real quick just to kick off the stuff. We have a bunch of different topics today, and they all kind of revolve around Halloween and just like spooky shit. Um, kind of stuff like what is the scariest date you've ever gone on, or the creepiest DM you've ever gotten, or stuff like that. So we'll have a mix between just like normal Halloween topics, and then like it's us, so we're gonna talk about random shit like dating and all that jazz. But to start, because of COVID and Halloween's weird this year, what are you guys doing for Halloween?
Nothing.
Are you even dressing up?
I mean, I might do like some pumpkin carving like on the actual day or like a day before, and I'll always dress up a little bit, but one, I don't even know if we'll be home by then, so I'm not even sure what I can do. And two, it's like, it's a sad year because I love giving out candy to the kids, and there's not going to be any kids this time.
Yeah, because is it canceled where you are? Because I know some states it's like they're chilling, they're doing it anyway.
I don't know if it's canceled, but I just, I don't want to really partake in it. Maybe I'll put out like a bowl if I am home, but I don't know.
Yeah. What about you, Macaiyla?
Um, Nothing. I bought a Little Red Riding Hood, like slutty outfit, so maybe me and Tyler can get freaky or something. But that's
Okay.
really it.
Okay. Cool. That sounds great. Did you get him a costume to match or no?
No, no. Well, he has some from his like last stream, so maybe he'll wear something. But I don't know. What about you? Did you say?
I haven't said yet. Ludwig, well, I mean, it's weird when you're streamers because it feels like you can always come up with something cheesy to do, right?
Yeah.
Like, so my mom had the tradition of like making clam chowder every year and something called spud nuts.
Ooh.
Spud nuts are donuts, but you make them with mashed potatoes. So I'm making spud nuts and clam chowder and like bread bowls and like shit like that. So I'm just gonna do that. Ludwig and I have costumes. He's gonna do like a PO unboxing, and then we'll probably just watch like Hocus Pocus or something. But
Cute.
yeah,
Oh, that's cute.
yeah, I don't
Wait.
know.
Hocus Pocus is my favorite one.
Yeah,
Hold on. I have to know which clam chowder.
New England clam chowder.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
What
it's
the
really
fuck is
good.
clam chowder?
What?
Delicious.
What is it?
It's like soup.
It's
like
clams in a soup. But there's two different types. There's like New England clam chowder, and then there's Manhattan. Manhattan's red, New England is white, and it's like more creamy.
I've never even heard of the red one ever.
Is it
You
real
ever had Manhattan?
shells?
Oh!
Is
no,
it real shells?
just the inside of the clam. So bits of clam.
Manhattan is my favorite, but New England is good too. You guys have to try it.
It's good. I can send you the recipe. It's really, really easy. I promise.
Okay, please.
Yeah, so I'm doing that for Halloween. Malena and Maya, what about you?
I think we're just doing like just stream stuff, I guess. We're gonna do some pumpkin carving, and yeah, I think we're just dressing up, and honestly, it's nothing's planned. We're all fucking unprofessional. So yeah. Maya?
My answer's the same, I think. I think OTK is doing a like costume contest thing, so I'm doing that, but I don't know what my involvement in that is. But Halloween is my least favorite holiday, so what? I don't know how much I'm gonna be like dressing up or getting in the spirit. I'm super lame. I don't like it.
Why is it your
What
least
don't you
favorite?
like about it? Yeah.
I don't know. I've just never been into it. I just like I've never liked getting dressed up for Halloween or going trick or treating because I was always scared of getting
that's what
kidnapped.
I thought. I was like, are you scared?
You're scared?
When I was a kid, I thought I was gonna get picked off the street. Yeah,
I'm drinking.
I still think that actually.
Me too, like way more than I would like to. Sometimes I can't have fun, like total fun in a situation because I'm like, dude, I'm basically asking to get like stolen right now.
True.
Well, great segue then. What's the scariest thing that's ever happened to you?
I mean, my scariest things I would have to say like are the near kidnappings when I was a kid. Like I've legitimately actually almost been kidnapped like 3 times.
Oh my god.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
but one of them I was walking home from school, and I don't know, I would just kind of always watch, especially like the vans like to see if they were watching me, you know, like as I was walking from school, I'd like see what kind of cars were watching and stuff. And there was this van, he was just staring at me. Like I don't even know how he was driving straight because he was staring at me so much. And so I kept crossing the center divider that the cars couldn't cross, and he kept U-turning to go on the
What?
same side. Yeah, it happened like 3 times, and thankfully it was like, or twice, because it was like a really, really long center divider. And at like the third one, I was like, okay, this is it. Like I'm not hallucinating. I'm not making it up. I'm not being paranoid. He is following me. And so I pretended like I was gonna go right down the street so that he would turn.
Mhm.
And when he turned, I ran all the way across the street, and I was just running full speed like up the street where my friend lived on. And it sucked because I lived on the next street over. And all I wanted to do was get home. And I was like, I'm not gonna make it. Like I just don't have the time. And so I jumped down into this ditch in between the houses, and I was just laying there so that he couldn't see me. And then I like peeked my head up at one point because I felt like I was safe, but I saw the back of his van going up the street. And so I was like, okay, I'll probably be fine to run home right now since he's headed that way. And I just left all my stuff there and I ran home, and I was like, ah! And then I don't even think she was home yet or something. I don't know, but it's very scary.
That's super
What the
scary.
fuck?
I would have shit
Mhm.
myself.
Yeah, I would have peed. The fuck?
I got kidnapped as a kid.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
But it
By
like wasn't scary. I need to put my
What do you
What?
mean you got kidnapped?
I
and
got
it
kidnapped as a
wasn't
kid.
scary?
It's funny because I just told this story on stream literally 2 days ago. So as a kid, I was in like, it was like either first grade or kindergarten, I don't remember. But it was after school, and me and my sister would always meet at a specific slide, and then we'd walk home. And I lived in kind of a shitty area. But we'd walk home like 6 blocks, and so it was like kind of a long walk. But she had like a lot of friends because she was older, so I'd have to stand out there for like 15 minutes alone before she would come and find me, because she was in like 4th grade and I was in 1st grade, I think. So I'm hanging out, and this lady comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, it's Katie's birthday." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Katie was a girl in my class. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Katie was a girl in my class, and they're like, it's Katie's birthday today. Come to the party. Like, aren't you coming to the birthday party?" And I was like, I love birthday parties. Like, I would assume, like, if an adult is telling me I'm supposed to go to this birthday party, I'll go to the birthday party. And that her house, I know, it's so stupid. Her house was right across the street from the school. And so she was just like, "Okay, let's go," you know. So we go across the street. It's all decorated for a birthday party, but there's nobody else there, including Katie, her daughter. So nobody is there. She takes me upstairs to a room and puts me in that room and gives me a cupcake. And I didn't eat the cupcake, but I remember holding the cupcake for like multiple hours. And I was like, "Oh, I have to call my mom." But I was in kindergarten and I like didn't know how to spell my own last name. And so she gives me a phone book and a phone that is not plugged in to anything. And so I just flipped through the phone book for like 6 to 8 hours, and just like am playing on the phone. And like, I'm just like, and she just leaves me locked in that room. And then like the police come in and get me, and I go outside and my parents are crying. And I was like, "What happened?"
What?
Yeah. So yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Wait,
I
so
still,
So fucking crazy.
I was
Do they
on
know
the,
how the police knew where you were? Do you know that?
yeah, because my family was like walking around, and like people we at our church were all walking around like saying, you know, "Have you seen anybody? Like, have you seen her? Have you seen her?" There was like a bunch of flyers with my face on them. Like there was an Amber Alert for me. And
Oh,
so,
shit.
yeah. And so one of the boys that my brother actually played basketball with was sitting outside, and he was like, I think I saw her go in this house." Like, and then so the police knocked, and then the lady was like super suspicious, and so then they went upstairs and found me.
Did they know
Wow.
why she wanted
What?
to kidnap?
Yeah, because she was schizophrenic and had her daughter taken away from her by the state. And so I kind of looked like her daughter, so she wanted me as her new daughter.
Oh my.
That's really
What
sad.
the fuck?
Yeah, it's
The
super
fuck?
sad. But yeah, it's crazy.
Wait, so how long were you with her?
Only for
12?
like 6-ish hours. 6 to 8. I don't really remember. It was
Damn.
it was
Damn.
light when I went inside, and it was dark when I came outside.
It was probably really hard to tell how long you've been there at that
Yeah.
age too, because you're
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah, you can give me a phone book and I could entertain myself for hours in a phone book. That's what I did. So yeah, we just hung out a little bit, had our own little party. I think about all the time if like maybe the cupcake was laced with something, but I didn't eat the cupcake.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I just like didn't eat it. I just didn't feel like a cupcake, I guess. Which is
That'd be
weird
so
as a kid.
fucked.
But yeah. Yeah, it was super weird.
Did any thought, I don't know if you can remember, but did any thought occur in your head like, hey, there's no other kids here. This is
I remember I kept
Where are the
asking her, I was
kids?
like, when is everyone coming? Like, when are we going to have fun? And she was like, oh, they're coming. Don't worry. And I was like, okay. Like, just like waiting for the party. Never came. Super
What the
sad.
fuck?
But yeah, anybody else? You don't have to have
Macaiyla?
been kidnapped, but just your scariest story.
I just can't remember, honestly. I don't know.
It's okay.
There's been a
Macaiyla
lot.
also got kidnapped to Missouri,
True, I did. I did.
but she didn't get a cupcake. Now she's sitting in a trailer.
I'm in a
You got a
dungeon.
cupcake.
I'm in a room with no windows, so it counts as a kidnapping, I guess.
Yeah, sounds like it. Malena?
No one else.
Not from nothing scary happened when I was a kid. I interned somewhere in college, and it was me and two other female interns, and my boss told us that we were gonna go meet her uncle at his ranch, like down the road. So we like got in the back of a truck and then went to his ranch, and we went to this giant warehouse. And her uncle was there, and he was like super creepy. Like off the bat, I was like, I don't like this guy. Like he was whatever weird. And so we went to the warehouse, and they took us upstairs in the warehouse, and now it's just like my boss, who was a woman, and her uncle, and one other male employee. And there was a giant plexiglass stage with a stripper pole upstairs in the warehouse.
Oh my god.
And there were stairs like underneath the plexiglass stage. So when you walked up the stairs, like if you looked up and there were people on the pole, like, you know, like that's the point of it being plexiglass. Like I guess people would hang out under there because they had parties and whatever. And then her uncle was like trying to get me and the other two interns who were my age, so we were like 20, to do stripper lessons. He was like, I'll give you pole lessons, like it'll be really fun, like you can keep your clothes on, I just want to give you lessons, it'll be really funny. And I was just like,
That'd be really funny.
yeah, I was like, I don't
That's
think it'll
so
be funny, like it's okay. My boss, the female, got on the stripper pole and was doing it, and she's like, it's fun, guys, like don't worry about it, like it'll be fun, it's like not weird. And it was like super uncomfortable. So we were all kind of looking at each other. One of them was stupid. One of the other interns was just like, she didn't think that there was anything wrong with what was going on, but she was just a ditz. And then the other one, we would just like look at each other and we were like, do we like leave? Do we try to walk back to the facility? Like, do we take their car? Like, what do we do?
Yeah.
And then they mentioned there was a trap door. Like, so it was a big like a huge warehouse, and you went upstairs and the stripper pole's upstairs, and then there's a trap door behind the bar. Like, literally there's a bar and you go back like you're bartending and there's a door like in the ground. And it used to be a sex dungeon, apparently. Like, they would have parties there, and then people would go down there, and there was like equipment down there, like swings, like a sex swing and shit. And my boss was like, you want to go see it? It's pretty cool. And I was like, no. I
What
don't.
the fuck?
Yeah, and then we left. Nothing happened,
fucked.
but
I'd be so uncomfortable the whole time. Like,
Yeah.
it was a lot. And we also had bathing suits on under because he has a lake, and so we were gonna like go swimming at the lake, and they like wanted us to like take our clothes off and just like chill, and they wanted us to drink and whatever, and I was just like, I don't know, it could have been really bad, but it wasn't. We just left.
what kind of job was this? Like, how did this even occur?
It was just like a college internship at a ranch.
Oh,
Those
Oh.
ranch people.
yeah.
Ranch folks.
That's insane.
Sex dungeon. What the fuck?
Yeah, I do.
I don't really
kinda
have
wanna
anything
see it, I'm not gonna
scary
lie.
that's happened to me.
I want to know what's down there.
I'd want to know, honestly. Not with my boss, though.
Right.
I don't know. The thing that scarred me the most throughout my life is I was stuck in an elevator when I was like 5, and then that made me really scared of flying. and like anything. I'm super claustrophobic because of it. I hate when other people are in control of me. It was me and my friend. We were stuck in an elevator for like 5 or 6 hours. Um, it was just us two and our bikes, and we didn't have phones at the time because I'm a
Ugh.
fossil, you know. So we didn't know if, and when you're alone in an elevator like that, like a small shitty elevator in just like a block, um, it feels like you're in there forever, and that made me really scared of any closed areas or just planes. Like that's why I have to go full alcoholic when I'm on a plane. For anyone that was here earlier, when I try to explain why I need to be drunk on a plane, because I fall asleep.
Oh, I thought it was because you just wanted to be drunk. Like,
I thought
No,
it was
no,
just an
I get really
alcoholic.
yeah.
No. I need to drink when I fly just because of that, because the elevator thing.
Oh,
That's
that's
crazy.
sad though.
Yeah, it was fucked.
I can't believe you got kidnapped. I'm so,
Yeah, I can't believe you got
I'm like so
kidnapped.
stuck on it. How I
Dude,
didn't.
QT's life is a movie. Like
It
her high school
is.
shit
Yeah,
and her getting kidnapped. You should
And
write a
Amber
what's it
Alert.
called? A biography? What's it called for if we're
Just,
Mm-hmm. Autobiography?
just call it a teen drama, honestly. It'd be like very entertaining. Well, I almost got kidnapped again, like 3
What?
years ago. Like as an adult. I almost got kidnapped into sex trafficking.
Wow.
You would think that this is like weird, but apparently it was like super common. And this is so stupid. When I tell this
I mean,
story,
sex trafficking in general is a lot more common than we think.
yeah, I didn't think it was.
It is. Mhm.
But I was. This is a crazy story. But and when I tell it, you guys are gonna be like, "You're such an idiot." But I just didn't realize. So I'm sitting at work, and I get this phone call on my cell phone, and I don't answer it. It was just like a random number, and then I get a phone call to my work, and they're like, "Hey Blair, the phone's for you." And I was like, "Okay." So then I answer the phone, and because I was like, I wasn't expecting any appointments, so I was just like, that's kind of random because people don't usually, they would talk to my assistant, they wouldn't talk to me. So it was like directly to me, and I was just kind of like, okay. So I pick up the phone, and yeah, this is so dumb. They said to me, they were like, hey, you are, oh, I hate even saying it out loud because I can't believe I fell for it. They're like, you're so behind in taxes that we're sending an agent out to you now. Like you're gonna get arrested right now unless you come down to the federal courthouse and pay your taxes. And so in my mind, I'm like, oh, I have to go to the federal courthouse, right? Like they're not asking for my like card number. They're not like, if they would have asked for my card number, I would have been like, duh, this is a scam. But they're like, you need to go to the federal courthouse, and they like give me the address, and it is in fact like the federal courthouse in our state. And I was just like, what the fuck, you know? And so they're like, and they start giving me all this information that they know about me. Like they say my family's information. Yeah, they're like, we're just confirming like blah, 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 blah. Like, da-da-da. They're like, we are going to call you on your cell phone. And if you hang up, we will have someone on you within seconds. And I was like, okay. Like, what the fuck? I know. So they call me on my cell phone, and they tell me the address that I'm currently at. And I'm like, yep. And then I go and I get in my car. I start driving. I like want to call my boyfriend at the time to like be like, what the fuck? But I can't because I can't get off the phone with them. And so I'm like trying to text him and drive. Sorry, chat. I was going to go to jail. To just like, so I'm like texting him while trying to drive, while trying to go to this place that I haven't driven to before, like blah, blah, blah. And so then as I'm driving, I take a wrong turn. And on the phone with me, they're like, you need to stop right now. And I was like, what? They're like, you're not driving to the courthouse. You just went a different direction. And I was like, what? They're like, we have eyes on you. We have 2 cars following you. You're going down the wrong street. You absolutely need to turn around or we will get out and arrest you. And I was like, okay. I'm sorry. Like I was just like overwhelmed. I took the wrong turn. Like, fuck, I'm so sorry. Like, holy shit. And so I'm like, okay. I start driving, and they're still like confirming stuff about me, like where I currently live, like where I went to school, like my, like everything. They have everything.
Wow.
So I'm driving. They're like giving me instructions of where to park. They're like, oh, go just park at the federal courthouse, like in the underground parking. Tell the, like, you, don't pay for your pass right now. You'll pay when you leave, like telling me all this information. I'm like, okay. And so I'm like trying to figure out where the underground parking is, but at the same time, I'm just like so panicked. And then the call drops. And so I'm like, well, whatever. I just need to get in there, right? Like I just need to get in there and pay. So I hurry and just like park on the street because there was an empty parking spot. I run into the federal courthouse and I'm just like panicked. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Like I'm trying to call the number back and it just like was going to a deadline. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but there's people. And because the federal courthouse has the metal detectors and like guards everywhere, right? They have like SWAT team everywhere. And so I go through the metal detector and I'm just like hyperventilating and like crying. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm supposed to be here. They're going to arrest me. Like, and he was like, I need you to come with me right now. Like the head police guy, he pulls me into a room with 3 other police guys. All of these like SWAT members come out of the building. They do a whole sweep of the entire building, like the underground parking, outside. Like I was there for like 4 hours while they were doing this sweep. And they were like, that's sex trafficking. They're luring people into the underground parking. They have you park next to them and then they grab you and put you in their van and drive away.
Oh, what the fuck?
And they do it at the federal building because like you have no clue, right? Like
Exactly.
That's insane.
yeah.
Don't
So
they have like they don't have better like security cams and stuff in their parking lots? Like
they do, but not every like there's blind spots and they like scope those. They like know those blind spots.
ugh.
Yeah.
That's really clever though. That
It
whole
was so scary.
scheme.
Yeah.
I would have
That's
fell for that shit
crazy.
too.
I
would've
would have
felt
too.
that.
I would have too.
It's like I wouldn't have if they didn't have like they literally had my location and like it was just like so scary and you're in the moment, you can't call anybody, like no one can talk you out of it, right? Like and so it's just like it was so scary. And even then like I remember I turned my phone off for like a month. I was like, I don't like, because they were like clearly like hacked in my phone in some way, like tracking my movement or something.
Yeah.
So like I turned my phone off for a month. I just felt like I was being watched. Like I stayed at my brother's house because I was just like, I don't know where these people are. The worst thing was like, I remember I like called my boyfriend after and I was like crying and he was like, I can't believe you fell for that, was his first reaction. And I was like, are you kidding me? I was so mad. Oh my god, it was.
I bet they don't have more information on you than what your Twitch viewers does. The
That's
overlay
true,
attachments.
actually.
True.
That's
I
the
can't
real
dab with
scary
these horns.
thing.
That's so weird though. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, so be careful if that ever happens to you guys.
I didn't realize until my mom told me that there's a lot of sex trafficking in our area. And there's like, apparently these people go to the mall and just act like, I don't know, like they're workers and shit. And it's so easy. It happens like, she told me like there was statistics on how fast it happens, but like apparently they're all around us and we have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, it's just weird. That's so weird to me. I didn't realize, like, I thought it only happened in certain places or something. I didn't realize it would be in like my area or like happen to you or something. It's
everywhere.
I had fucking no idea that it was that crazy, I guess.
Well, maybe not in Missouri, but everywhere else.
Honestly, these people are too stupid enough to know how any of that fucking works. But
they have their own siblings they can fuck. They don't need.
Okay,
it's not even a joke. Like they're totally doing that.
I parked in a underground parking lot one time downtown in college, and when I got back to my car, there was like this fat sticker, like a notice thing on my car, and I immediately got in my car, even though it was facing outward, but I just like got in my car and drove away. And then the university notified us about like if there's a thing, I guess this is super common, if there's like a notice or something on your car and then you stop to read it before you get in your car, if you're in like a secluded place, like they'll like wait for you to go back to your car, you know. So
and then get out and get the sticker.
Yeah. So I'm glad that I didn't stand there and read it. But my mom had told me about that before, so I was like, nope, I'm getting in my car.
Yeah, I've never heard of that either, and I'd read that.
By the way, just in case anyone doesn't know, I just feel like I have to share some tips for like safety in those measures.
True,
type of
smart.
Thing. When you guys unlock your cars, I don't know when the model starts on cars, but when you hit the unlock button on your key fob, it unlocks the car one time, which is only the driver door. So don't spam your unlock button before you get to your car and stuff like that. Only unlock it once. Only unlock it one time for only the driver door to unlock. get in the car and be ready to lock it as soon as you get in. Make sure you're holding everything like appropriately, so you just get in and you lock it right away. Okay, don't unlock the whole thing.
That's a good point. I've never thought of that.
I instantly lock my car every time I get in. I'm always
Same.
paranoid
Me
someone will
too.
try to get in, especially after watching so many of like those crime, what are they, episodes and shit. I'm so paranoid someone will just jump in with me. I like spam the lock button.
I'm never worried about this.
No,
Like,
and
ever.
like when you walk by your car, like as you're walking
I
in,
don't-
make sure you're
this
looking in
never
the trunk
crosses
and
my
the back
mind.
seat and stuff.
There can be people waiting on the side of your car and you'll never see that. Like they're waiting for you to unlock your car.
Yeah.
Which is why I try to jump in as fast as I can and instantly lock it.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Because I've had weirdos come up to my car before. I don't know if you guys have, but
Yeah.
mm.
Malena's like, no, I'm chill.
No,
Hell, I
Malena,
just-
it's so weird.
I've never been scared of like being kidnapped because I'm not petite. Like, also,
Oh my
like, I don't know. I can never ever picture myself being kidnapped because I feel like I could actually defend myself. I
If there
don't
were
know.
like 4 guys.
I'd be fucked.
it's usually
I'd be
like
fucked.
there's usually a group waiting or a van or something. They're not
If it was
near
one
you.
guy,
I mean,
that's
it's
different.
not, it's
All
not
it takes is for
obvious.
somebody to like catch you off guard too. You know, like you can be totally relaxed doing the same thing you do all the time and you're not even thinking about it. You're just chilling there with your door open and you know, they just have some way of overcoming you. So
You can be
That's all.
putting groceries in your trunk and they can push you into the trunk and drive you away. That
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
god, I've never
There
thought
was
about
like,
this.
there's a thing.
Like-
People were hiding under cars and then like slitting Achilles. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
So they would like slit your
Oh my
Achilles
God.
Yeah.
and then throw you in the trunk.
That's always been one of my
Mhm.
biggest fears since like House of Wax. Have you guys seen that movie?
No.
With Paris Hilton.
It's a really corny, like scary movie, but he does that at one point when he gets the kids in their garage. He just cuts a
Ow!
I'm scared
Yeah.
of the like lost dog ruse. The like, I don't know where my
I
dog
never
is.
listen
Like,
to
can you
'em.
please, like with a fucking like leash. Like,
Just don't
my
do
dog
it,
ran away. I
Maya.
don't know what to do. I would be like, oh my god. Like, poor
Maya's
dog.
like, let me
Never
call
do.
him.
No, never.
Someone's
don't
like,
even
my
care if
dog
they're
is hurt.
children's
He's in my
dogs.
van. Like, do you know anything about dogs? I'd be like, yeah. Let me take a look for it.
Oh no.
Hopefully that never happens to me.
Well, now you just said your kryptonite, so the
True.
any
Maya's like, yeah,
stalkers
goddamn it,
watching
I
Maya
do.
right now.
Oh my
No, I
god.
know.
No, but make sure you check your cars, especially if you gamble. If anyone here gambles,
Oh my god.
because I
Kayla.
gamble, and the garages, they're so big, and especially when I leave at like 1 a.m. there's people that are waiting in there, obviously. So I always check around my car before getting in, unlocking it. I always make sure there's someone coming out with me, so I don't leave alone, even if I go gamble alone. Like, you know, just
When do
make
you
sure I
get
don't
to the
get lost.
casino, Macaiyla? Usually around what time?
I like going during the day, so like 5 or 6 p.m. so I can get a table, and then I'm there until like 1 or 2.
Huh? Do you
But
have a
not
limit?
now, not now because of the virus.
Do you have a limit for
Uh,
how much you spend?
I usually take out 200, and if I lose
Okay.
that, then I'm done. Mhm.
Damn.
$200 well spent.
Dude, casinos are like zombies. Like there's zombies everywhere.
I love gambling.
Tables get full so quickly. That's why I go during the middle of the day. It's so hard.
I can't. I hate gambling. I don't make bets ever. Like not even money. Like I
It's
hate
good.
bets.
It's a terrible addiction, hobby. It's a hobby.
I was leaving the house
Hobby.
today. I had to run to the store, and Ludwig was like, "You're going to the Housewives podcast today, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Make sure you tell Macaiyla to stop gambling."
It's never gonna happen. It like runs
Okay.
in the family. I don't know.
Yeah, Ludwig's one of the biggest gamblers too, so I don't know where he was coming
Really?
from. Yeah. Oh, yes. He will bet on anything. Like I'll be like, "Oh, the cupcakes are gonna be in the oven for 10 minutes." He's like, "I bet 12," and I'm like, "What? Who are you talking to? Like, what are you doing?" Like,
Oh my god.
yeah, he's awful at that. But
Dude, he's the type of dude where you can ask him to do a chore for you, and you're like, "I'll time you."
Yeah.
And then you'll say, "Yeah," and then he'll just go do it.
Smart.
I think I decided that if I ever get kidnapped, like if you're walking through a parking lot and someone comes up behind you, like kidnap you,
you absolutely would. do that.
Start like barking and drooling and like
get on all fours,
speaking in tongues. Like do that thing where you like inhale talk like you know, just be like the devil himself sent me and just like freak them out. So then they're just like, oh, go back.
What the fuck?
Wait, what is this for? I'm sorry.
If you ever get kidnapped, if someone tries to kidnap you just have to act like fucking Emily Rose.
Oh, okay.
There's no way they're still taking you. You think?
I actually kind of get what you mean. I think if you
Probably
got
not,
on all fours like this and you started barking at them or something, they'd be like, yo.
You
Like,
know?
I do think that. I think you
I
have a
think
point.
so. I think it's a good. Hey, if it happens to any of you, try it out. Let me know. Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
Dude, okay, no, please buy a knife. Like those girls make cute little pocket ones now. They're like they're toys that turn into weapons. So
You guys
when
never
someone
let me
near
have
you,
fun.
yeah, I mean, sure, I'll act like a fucking dog for you if someone kidnaps me. I'll be like, Cutie taught me this. Let's see if I survive.
I have pepper spray. But
Good.
if they get past the pepper spray, as I'm spraying, I'm like, you have to be like, Lucifer is my father, and like, they're not taking you, man.
Saying some devil shit. Like,
Exactly. Like just like.
Bible.
Yes, just start like memorize one verse from the Bible and just start saying to them louder and louder and louder. Be like, "Thou shalt not sin. Thou shalt not sin." They're leaving you, man. They're like, "Get the fuck out." But like, if it's too late, if you've been kidnapped, ladies and gentlemen. You are in the basement. What do you do?
Okay.
I don't know. I'm dead. Yeah, I'm literally necking right there.
Kayla.
Okay, in game. Okay, well, in game. I mean, what do you do in a situation if you're in a basement? What would you do to get out? Bark
I mean,
like
it
a
depends what
dog.
type of, like, it depends on the entire situation. Like, is there any possibility for you to get out? Can anyone hear you?
Well, usually they make
no
it
one
so
can
you
hear
fucking
you.
can't. Like,
Yeah, I would try to escape, but that probably wouldn't work. And then I'd probably try to play the long game and like act like I was their friend or something.
That's what I would do.
Try to go for a walk. or
I would
something.
try to escape, yeah.
I love birds so much, and I haven't seen birds in weeks. Can you please just take me outside so I can?
oh my.
And then I'd run.
And the funny thing is, they probably think you're lying, but you actually would want to see birds.
True,
you
you're
would
actually
want to
right.
see birds.
You're right.
Oh, also, sorry on the topic of this. As a serious note, if you're ever in a trunk, you kick out the license or your plate, the plate of their car with your foot.
You
Can't
can do
you
that with
go
the
for
lights too.
Or the
But
taillights
all
too.
the-
Yeah, you smash them or whatever with your foot or elbow,
The
and then you wave
taillight?
your hand out. Yeah, the taillight.
Okay.
And you wave your hand out like, and people are supposed to know that's a help me sign. Yeah.
They just like there's like a kid just waving back. He's like,
Yeah, like
"Oh."
it's a help me. Like I'm fucking kidnapped. Help me.
I would do the long game too, but I think it'd be longer. I would do longer than Maya. I would like slowly convince him I love him. And
Exactly.
I would be like,
I would probably.
I'd be like,
And then
let's
kill
run
him.
away together. Let's run away and let's go to Vegas together.
Mhm.
Let's go to Vegas together and get married right now. And I love you. And you get on a plane and he's nervous to take you on a plane and you still act normal. You don't care. That's not the point. As soon as you get into a casino that's full of guards, if you even fucking cough, they're looking at you. That's when you do it. That's when you do it in the casino in front of everyone. Then you're out. Might take a few years. You might accidentally actually fall in love with him. Try not to do that. But
Yeah. Oh.
So does
I would
Ludwig know
like,
about this?
if I get kidnapped, yeah.
No, I mean, are you playing? Are you good? Are you making him take you to a casino?
Anyway, yeah, I'm going to Vegas soon. I can't wait.
Dude, Ludwig would go to the casino not even to pick you up. He would just start gambling.
Yeah.
True.
You're like, I heard she's here. Oh, let me just put 100 down on black real quick.
Yeah, she's safe. She's safe for a
She
few hours.
can wait a little bit. It's been 3 years. She'll be fine.
Wait, I have an
you
actual
always
question.
think-
Go ahead.
Okay, sorry.
No, go.
You always think that you would do these things in that situation, but when something happens that frightens you to the point where you think that your life is in danger, you freeze.
Mm-hmm.
Because just now when I was in Norway, I was alone at a cabin in the middle of nowhere,
Jesus.
and the alarm went off at like 6 in the morning.
no.
Like there was an alarm going off, And I
Mhm.
was like, okay, I'm alone, but I do have a knife on my nightstand. Because I'm super paranoid. I sleep. I always have protection. But I was too scared to even think about opening the door because what was on the other side of the door if anyone was inside the house. But so I called my dad because my dad lives like 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away, and he's a first responder firefighter in our area.
sick.
So he would actually be the first one to show up if I were to get stabbed to death. And I was like, hey, an alarm went off. I'm alone. This cabin has a security system. And he's like, okay, grab your knife. Like, I'm very close to you. Uh, Walk around the cabin and film the entire thing while I'm on the phone with you. Make sure no one's in the house. So I did that. And it turns out it wasn't the security camera, but my mom had lent me her phone, and she had like an alarm on her phone that was really fucking loud every
Oh
time she
my
had to take a
gosh.
certain type of medication once a week. And that shit scared it scared the living shit out of me. I actually like I think I pissed myself a little bit. And but my dad was like, I'm ready, I'll be there on the way. And I thought someone had broken and I was alone. And I was like, bro, this is about to end up on live stream fails. Omega Lol Malena's dead.
Oh, mega
What the
Malena's
fuck?
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
think in the moment it's way different.
I was frozen. I was frozen. I was absolutely frozen. And I was like, I can't do this alone. So I called my dad and I was like, hey, what the fuck do I do? I couldn't think about going out there alone because I didn't know if I was alone. So yeah, I
Ugh.
absolutely froze. So, but you think that you would do all these scenarios in your head, like you know, you're taking a shower, you're thinking like, yeah, if someone comes up to me like that in a bar, I'll beat the shit out of them. You know, I'll try to like
Yeah.
like I'm on the neck, but you won't actually do that shit.
Well, I at the same time too, it's like it's good to have at least a plan of what you would do in case you just have the courage to do it. But I totally get that. I think I freeze up a lot more than I expect also.
Mhm.
I forgot this story. I had it's a quick story, so don't forget your question, Maya. But one night, I told this on my stream today, so sorry this is a repeat for some people. But one night I was in my living room just like watching TV. This was last year, during Halloween time, actually. So I was in my living room watching TV and it was like midnight and my dog just starts going crazy. And midnight is not that late, consider like, you know, I stay up to like 3, so it's just like whatever. So midnight's not that late and my dog just starts going crazy and I'm like, what the fuck, you know? And then I hear I have a door, but then I have one of those glass screen doors in front of my house. And so I hear that glass door open and I'm like, oh shit, like what the fuck? Like is someone trying to get in? You know, but I knew my front door was locked. And so I just like I hop over my couch because my couch was like this and my door was right here type thing. So I hop over my couch, I look out the peephole, and there's just someone standing there wearing that no name mask from Spirited Away. So
Stop.
the white
No.
I'm not kidding. This is real life. This is real life. This is real life. Yeah. So that white mask with just the triangles. And so I'm just like instantly my instant instinct was my phone was on the coffee table. So I hop back over the couch. I grab my phone. I run in the kitchen. I grab a knife and I go back to the door and I look out the
Holy
door and they're just gone. And I'm just like,
No.
What?
okay.
That is not
I know. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. I didn't want to call anyone. I didn't want to wake anyone up. So I'm like, I'm not going to call it. Like, okay, I think I'm okay. Like, I'm looking up like the non-emergency police number and,
The fuck
Cutie,
is
that's
non-emergency? I'd be
911,
911
is it?
immediately.
No, because I felt like
Yes,
it was like
no.
kids having a prank
it
or something
doesn't
like that.
matter. You call
Ugh.
911.
Anyway, well, that's what I was doing. I was looking up the non-emergency. I turn off all the lights because you know when it's light inside a house and someone's outside, they can like see you very clearly compared to like if it's dark, then you have like you're on the same playing field. So I turn off all the lights. I like am crawling in my living room. I crawl to the window and I have this one broken blind because my cat likes to look out it. So I stick my eyes through the blind and there's nobody there. I don't see anyone at the neighbors. And so I'm kind of like, okay. Like it had to have just been a prank. Like, whatever.
Nah,
I was
you
like, maybe I saw it in my
nah.
eyes. Like I was just like, I you know, so I was like, start convincing myself that I made it up or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, I'm chilling. So I sit back on my couch and I'm like on Instagram.
Hell,
And then all of a sudden I hear like this like rust to kind of like the oldest car in the world driving down the street. And I'm like, what the fuck? I look out, there's a short bus, rusted in spots. You can see holes into the bus, like rusted in spots. It's going maybe like 3 miles an hour, just like down the street. And I'm looking out the window like, what the fuck is that? Like, what is going on? You know? And then I look up and I see the person driving it is wearing a clown mask, like white mask, bright red hair. They pull over to the side of the road in front of my, like across the street neighbor's house. So like kind of in front of my house, but more in front of their house. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like just like absorbing this, like you can't move, right? And then they just look over at me. This clown mask just to stare. I don't know if they see me, but they look over at my house and they're just staring. And so then I call the police. Like, I'm like, okay, something is going on. I don't know what's going on. This, like, please, just like send somebody out here, like blah, blah. They're like, oh, we'll get there in 10 to 15 minutes.
Fuck that.
And I'm like, okay. They're like, do you want to stay on the phone with us? And I was like, yes, abso-fucking-lutely. Like, yes, like I need someone on the phone. Great. Da-da-da. And they're like, okay, like, has anything else happened? Like, da-da-da. And I'm like, well, there's a guy, like, I don't know. I'm trying to talk quiet because now I'm just scared that, like, someone's here, blah, blah, blah. And then so the clown guy is staring for what feels like ever, but it must have only been like 3 minutes. And then he starts his car and slowly drives away. And then the police get there eventually. They search the whole area. They don't see anything. They search my house. They don't see anything. And that was it.
When was
Jesus
this?
Christ.
This was last October.
Okay, I'm sorry, but you were literally the dumb bitch in the movies where you're like, do this. Why aren't they doing this? Okay, like, I'm listening to your story and the whole time I'm like, okay, so is she gonna call the cops now? Okay, so how about calling the cops now? Okay, how about now?
You don't realize because you're just like, you're like, this isn't real, right? You're just like,
Yeah.
Nah, if I ever saw someone, I'd instantly call 911. I'm running to the basement and locking myself down there.
Dude, one time my dogs were barking a lot and I called the cops. I don't think
Macaiyla
I
would
called the
just
emergency
surrender.
that time because I didn't see anyone. But I was like, you guys need to come sweep the whole lot. And so they went over there and they'll walk through your backyard and the front and they'll look down all the neighbors. So just call them and make them come out next time.
I hope it never happens again. But I talked to my neighbor the next morning and I was like, hey, did anybody like show up on your doorstep last night? He's like, no, I heard some noise, but like I didn't get up. And I was like, homie, if you would have, you would not have slept.
I wonder if they were like dressed up for Halloween because you said it's October.
It was
and they-
October. I think it was just, I honestly think it was a prank. I don't think.
I think it was a prank too. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, that's like the perfect time to
purge.
kill somebody.
That's not
Like on
funny though.
Halloween.
If someone walked on my property, I don't care. Like I'm instantly
that
calling the
shit's not
cops.
funny.
That's not funny.
Yeah, I'm the same way as Malena. Like I sleep with a knife under my pillow. Like
I do.
Yeah.
I have a shit ton of things to defend myself with. I have a
What?
bat right next to my nightstand too.
Mhm.
You want to see it?
Wait, so if you have a knife under your bed, I'm a person who's really active in my sleep. I would grab it.
Oh really?
Like yeah, because
Mine
I'm
folds,
moving
though.
everywhere. Oh, okay. Because I move everywhere and I'm always touching things in my sleep and talking, so I would just be really scared of picking it up or something.
I'm really good at sleeping and holding things. So
Mhm.
as long as I fall asleep with it, held a certain way, that's how I'll wake up with it.
Are you talking
Mm.
about knives?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I slept with a hammer for a really long time.
Were you scared
Yeah.
of something?
Of what?
Yeah.
Just being
There's
alone?
there's a bad guy in my life.
Oh.
Oh, I think she's mentioned this before.
Maybe.
Your
don't
ex or
know.
something?
No, we never even dated, but he was in love with me and I wasn't in love with him. So
Weird.
So if he can't have you, no one can, right?
yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, can I ask my question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so one time I was in the car with like a couple of my friends and we were driving out like in the boondocks. Like we had no reception. It was like in the mountains in like Santa Cruz Mountains, whatever. And one of them asked me like, if you were driving alone right now in your car and a woman like ran out into the street and she was like bloody or like whatever and like clearly in distress, would you stop and put her in your car?
Fuck
And I was
no.
like, okay, see, when they asked me that, I was like, of course. Like, if someone's like on the street dying, yeah, I would take them to the hospital. And then they're like, Maya. And they explained to me that like she could be running from someone that was killing her. It could all be fake. Like there could be someone that's trying to grab you. She could get in the car and just rob you.
Damn.
Like
Or
whatever.
she could be the one trying to kill you.
Right. So like what would you do in that situation? I've thought through the situation a lot of times now that we've talked about it. And I was just like, I would just put her in the I'd be like, if you want to get in the bed of my truck, you're welcome to. And then
That's
once we
fine,
get
yeah.
to reception, I'll call a hospital for you, but like you can't get in my truck. But if I didn't have a truck, like if you had a normal car, what would you do?
I would never stop for anyone. Only stop for animals, okay? Animals that aren't near people. If I saw a dog that got hit, yes, I would stop and pick him up. I'm never picking up a human being. I don't care how hurt they are. I will call 911 for them, but I will never
But
put someone
there's
in my
no
car.
reception up there. Like
Oh,
you're
no
far from
reception?
Like
reception.
middle of nowhere.
Right. You're just gonna like leave her? Because I don't think I could do it. I don't know.
I mean, get in the trunk then. Get in the fucking trunk. All right,
Yeah.
that's
Bitch,
it.
hold on to
Like,
the windshield wipers. We're going. Like, are you
because
kidding?
they could be behind you and kill you. You know, maybe if I have a gun on me and I'm pointing it at them while I'm driving.
No, I'm talking like
something.
realistically. Like you're actually like now.
I'm
you're
so
driving.
serious. If someone needed help, I would completely ignore it. Unless they actually
I'd
are
have
on the side of, like, if they're on the side of the road and their legs fucking twisted and it's actually broken or something, yeah, but
If she's like covered in blood, she runs into the street. She's like, "Please help me!" Like,
What if
in
she
your
just
headlights.
killed her husband and all
Nah.
her fucking kids and she's just looking for a car to get the fuck out that isn't hers?
there's just so many people that kidnap nowadays and they know these are
That's
their methods.
crazy.
Like you can't I don't think it's worth risking your life.
If I'm not alone, then yes, I would consider letting her in the car. But if I'm alone,
Mhm.
I'm not letting anyone in the
Yeah.
car, and I'm calling the police as soon as I can.
As
You know
soon
what
as
I
you
mean?
leave
Like,
and get reception, you could call for help for them and be like, "Hey, I
right.
saw this person at this part."
I've
Yeah.
never thought of that. And without you saying this out loud, I think I would stop.
Yeah, no, me 100%. If there was an actual person that was like crying, freaking out, I couldn't just drive away. Even if I was like, I'm gonna go find reception. I'm gonna call the police for you. I just don't think I could leave somebody there. You know.
I
If
don't
she
think
was
I would
like-
have ever
it's sad
thought
'cause
about
it
it.
It could very easily be someone that's been living in captivity, you know, and then when they finally got
Yeah.
out, and it's like you feel like shit leaving them there, but at the same time, like, but honestly, what are the chances of it being someone that's actually going to kill you? Probably much less than it being somebody who really needs help.
Yeah, I don't know how often does this happen?
It doesn't.
Mm,
Yeah,
it doesn't.
When they presented it to me, they were like, "You roll down your window," and she's like someone's trying to kill me. Please help me. Like, I like whatever. I would open my door and I would let her in the car. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad. But I couldn't leave someone
But
there.
It's
now
a
I
tough choice,
know.
though. It's a tough choice.
It's hard, but if they want to get in my trunk, sure. They can sit in the trunk,
Yeah.
not in the fucking
Yeah.
back seat. Hell no, not even next to me. And
That's smart. Yeah, I think trunk is a good option.
Man,
if they
aren't
desperately
trunks-
needed to get out, they can sit in the fucking trunk. They can have it half open or hold it or something. I don't know. I'm not trying to get kidnapped. What if they kill you? What if
That
they
is
open the
so
door, Maya, and they
interesting.
slit your fucking throat or
But that's the
something?
thing. I just don't think I would think about it. If I saw someone that like was even if she was good at acting and she was like in distress and she was like, please, like he's gonna get me or something, I would not be like, I don't trust you. Like I would just be like,
yeah,
oh
I
my
would have
God,
never
fuck.
thought
Like,
about it.
Yeah, get in my car.
Have you guys seen the movies like Wrong Turn?
No.
Wrong Turn 3 or 4, when people take a wrong turn into like deserted areas.
Ugh.
It's a horror movie.
No.
It's a series, but like it's normal people. They get on a wrong road, and you know some people seem normal, but they end up eating you. They're cannibals. They're people who want to fuck you up and kill you, and that's what I think of. Like every time I see someone who needs help on the road or something.
I don't watch horror movies because of this. Because I would have just stopped. I would have helped anybody. Like I don't know. I
They're
stopped watching horror
cannibals.
movies, dude.
There are fucking cannibals out there. There are people who eat other people for a living. Obviously, it's illegal. There's documentaries on this. There's like cultures that still do this.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's if you go on like Google or YouTube, like they show these people, it's like their beliefs and stuff. But there's
Ugh.
crazy people out there who eat people too, like people that they kill, but
Have you
mean,
ever watched the movie Hostel?
yeah.
Yeah, I had a
No.
friend that literally wouldn't go to Amsterdam with me because they watched that movie, and I've never seen it myself, and I assume it's something about sex trafficking.
I
Oh,
stayed at the hostel once and it was fun
yeah.
as fuck.
It's like if I remember the right movie, it's a girl who goes on a trip or something to another country or whatever, and she ends up getting kidnapped and
But it
going
was a
into like.
dude that wouldn't go to Amsterdam because he
Oh.
thought it got the
Oh,
okay.
Well,
that's
at first
weird.
it was scary because it was like a normal, like everything was normal, and then she met these group of people, I think, if I remember correctly. Anyways, they ended up killing this girl, like tying her up and making her bleed out and doing a ritual and shit. Like,
Ugh.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Hostel or Hostile.
Yeah, I stopped
whatever.
watching horror movies after Paranormal Activity 2. I just
Okay.
couldn't sleep at night.
Last year, me and
Wrong
JCG were
movie.
coming home from actually Chance's house because Malena
Yeah.
had a Halloween party. And it was me, Jay, and like a female driver.
That's a year ago
And
today, 24th.
It was
last
this year? Wow.
1 year ago today, because I got a memory on my phone. You were wearing the green thing.
That's so cute.
Oh,
But
that was
anyway,
sick.
so we were driving through the neighborhood and there was this lady, I don't remember if she was like barefoot or in flip-flops. Or so it was a driver, then us two in the back, and she just looked out of it. And it was like 4 a.m. or something, and she just looked out of it. And she was in a nightgown, and she was just walking just like this, like just like that, with her long hair draped down the sides of her face. And I was like, oh my god, like that's not normal. And
Where
and
was
I
this
wanted
at?
this was like just in Austin right there,
So, like,
in
she-
the neighborhood.
she was,
but
like,
it was
in
the
the
neighborhood of
neighborhood?
our house. Yeah, she was in between the houses, just
Ooh.
walking down one of the main roads like that.
Ooh.
And like she just did not look okay. And I was like, I wanted to ask the lady to stop so we could talk to her because there's three of us and one
Yeah.
lady, but I felt bad because I was like, I don't know this driver. Like, I don't want to subject her to something if she's scared or whatever. So, like, I wanted her to stop because I'm like, oh my god, like I just kept saying, should we ask her if she's okay? Should we go back? Should we turn around? Because I was getting bothered because she just kept going. But I think the lady probably had the same issue where she didn't want to put like us in danger
Yeah.
or something. But we ended up just going back, and then I don't even know if the lady said she told us she was gonna call, but then I felt really bad because I didn't call, and I just didn't know what to do, and I was just like, "What the fuck is going on?" But she did not look okay. It was very weird.
Damn.
Hmm.
Baby.
That's scary. You never told me about that.
A bunch of people in chat asked, after we talked about that like scenario, asked what would you do if it was a man? Like same situation, but it was a
Fuck
dude
no.
that
That makes
ran
it.
out and was like super disheveled, and he's like, "Please help me."
Well, we're
Fuck
women.
men.
So.
Fuck men.
Yeah,
It
I'm
wa-
less likely to pick that up.
In a serious way, that's like the worst scenario for a woman to help a man. Like, because men target women so much. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Women know not to answer guys that are hurt or whatever.
dude.
It's not even like a sexist type of thing. It's like
I don't know.
that's
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
the thing. Is a
sexism.
lot of people
Thing
are
is,
saying
like,
that's sexism.
ah,
But that's statistics. That's not sexism.
Yeah,
Guys.
exactly.
yeah, it's so if you guys are hurt, sorry, but fuck off. You're dying, I guess.
It's so bad, but I really think that I think it'd be the same.
Really.
For me, yeah, if he ran out into the street and he was like super disheveled or injured or something, and he was like, someone's gonna get me, or like he was like, please help me, like whatever. I don't know. I couldn't leave someone on the street like in the dark with no reception like out there. And it's I mean,
Dude.
it's good that I have a truck because I just throw him in the bed. But like with a normal
Yeah.
car, I'd be fucked. I don't know.
That's what if you guys have seen the Ted Bundy documentary on
That's what someone in
Netflix.
chat said.
That's literally what it is. He was known, if you guys don't know, he was known for being like a hot, attractive guy. No one ever expected him to do that to
I don't know
women.
about
Right.
Well, I didn't find him hot, but women back then
Yeah, I
found him
guess.
attractive. I don't
Yeah.
know how.
They always talk him up like he was just like,
Yeah.
like he was such a good looking, blah blah blah. And I'm like,
There were-
just because he was an average ass Joe doesn't mean he was like this good looking. That's so
There were
weird.
women that would go to his courtroom cases or whatever the fuck it was, and they would sit there just because of like they wanted to see him and root for him being a good guy just because of how he looked. I'm like, what the
No,
But-
even
Charisma,
even
right?
when he was like locked up and stuff, he still had major like women fan cults, and he probably still does till today.
Mhm.
Yeah, but that's like a situation where one of the examples is I think he told a woman to come to his car. He needed help with something, and he instantly knocked her out with like
Yeah.
what I don't know, one of those things, and decapitated
Mhm.
her within like 5 minutes or so. Like drove her to the woods and instantly killed her. Like
At least I'm
his
self-aware.
leg. Like
I
his
would.
arm was broken or something, right? Chat. His arm hurt or his leg. He pretended it was broken and said he needed help.
Mhm.
Went to his car and then instantly killed them, which is
Yeah.
Maya, please don't die.
If I'm gonna fall victim to something, it would be something like that. Like,
Oh my-
just like trying to help. So I don't
No.
know. I just can't. I don't know. I'm too dumb.
It is
I just wouldn't
interesting
think about it.
because there's like the argument that like serial killers are less like it's less of a problem now because there was like a serial killer like trend essentially like in the 70s, right? The 70s, 80s, 90s, like people were going crazy with like there was a new serial killer every other week. And so people are like I read this article that was essentially saying like, "Oh, is there less serial killers now or are people just gotten better at hiding it?"
True.
Which I don't
But
know, because it's harder to like kidnap people with cell phones. But if you take away Macaiyla's cell phone and you kidnap her, what does she have? You know, like she doesn't
My
have
pussy.
the great, perfect.
I also think we live now because we have so much access and technology. Like we don't nearly hear about as all the killings and kidnappings. Like even the Amber Alerts when they come up on your phone, do you guys read them or do you
I
just
do.
oh god
I
that's
do.
fucking annoying and close
I
it and
actually
throw it
read
away?
them every time just to
I
make
read
sure.
them, but at the same time they're like an annoyance for most people, you know. They're like, "Oh, why is it so loud? Oh my god." I'm like, "Well, it's supposed to get your attention." You know, like it's the point of
Mhm.
it. So, with that said, I think that as a culture like in whole, we're very desensitized to like all these kidnappings and even the way like we talk about sex trafficking and it's just breezed over. So, we probably
Yeah.
don't hear until a serial killer actually is like serial killing and they can
Yeah.
prove it, we're not going to hear about it. It's just, oh, a girl died here, a guy died there, a girl died here type of thing.
I do think it's harder though, like
Mm-hmm.
compared to the 70s to now. Obviously, with the
Yeah.
technology and the amount of cameras that are around now, it's much harder to do certain type of like
Even
killings
like
and
DNA
And
evidence.
forensics,
yeah. So they have to be a lot smarter with like touching things and where they go. But I'm sure it's still a high amount of people who die every day from shit like that.
In that same book or that same article I read, that when you're in an airplane, so say you're in an airplane and you look down and you see all the houses, it's like 100% chance that someone below you is getting murdered.
What?
Yeah.
I've never thought about
That
that.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
Wait, what?
When
I
you're in
never
an
heard
airplane
that.
and you look down and you're above like, you know, tens of thousands of houses and you can see them all individually, there's like 100% chance that somebody's getting murdered, whether that is gang violence or whatever. Domestic
doesn't that,
violence,
like-
gang violence.
What?
Yeah.
Maybe it depends what you're flying over, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, if you're flying over like Idaho, I feel like, you know, there's a limited chance in Idaho, but like if you're flying over
LA.
LA, like for sure.
For sure.
Like there's probably even some fucking like desperate housewife
Who told
drugging
you those
her husband.
statistics, QT?
It was like in an article.
It's
What
pretty
the
true if you
fuck?
think
It
about
was like
it.
a
though.
Stanford article too.
Yeah,
It wasn't
EU
like it was
folks
like
are like,
weird
there's
one.
no way that's true, dude. You don't know what goes
You have
down.
no idea what happens
here.
here. Do you
We're
not see
American
the
over
thing
here.
with Jeffrey Epstein, all that shit that happened? You know how many people are connected to that here? Like how many celebrities are connected to that guy? The whole
Politicians,
child sex trafficking shit.
Prince Andrew.
I don't want to think about that.
Yeah,
shit.
like you guys
Makes
have
me not
no
sleep at night.
fucking idea. They probably don't even know that one of the judges on Jeffrey Epstein's case, her husband, I believe, died, and her son was shot by a FedEx guy because she was on his case.
Yep.
Just
What?
because she was on his fucking case, and her husband literally died because of it.
That's
like
crazy.
all because she's trying to figure out these younger women that he lured to his fucking private island and shit. It's her
Also,
son died too? Oh no, her son died, her husband was her. Okay. Yeah, like it's just you have no idea. It's
I
fucked.
think I used the wrong word. Everyone's correcting me on murder, but like someone is getting killed, whether that's domestic violence or gang violence or malpractice in a hospital or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just like a weird statistic to like,
It's just everything's fucked here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely not EU. I would say it's a little different. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
It
I don't
depends where in
Yeah,
EU.
I'm sure it depends. I've
Malena,
never
what
been to EU.
happens where you when you used to live there? Was there anything creepy that you had to like look out for, or shit that happened?
No, that's why I can't like I've never heard about all these things that you guys are worried about, like getting pulled backwards into a truck and all that type of shit. I've never worried about that in my entire life. And now you guys just made me think twice about everything around me. I've never been worried about these things ever.
I'm surprised you weren't worried after the fucking Texas bomb or whatever the fuck that guy was.
Oh, the letter bomber?
Yeah, I'd be freaking out after that.
He was targeting politicians. Why the fuck would he waste dynamite
wait, what?
on Twitch streamers?
No, I
Oh,
thought he was
yeah.
targeting people of color.
Oh, what?
No, I think it was politician. I don't remember.
No,
but
I think he was targeting black families. Literally.
I don't remember, but we just didn't open our mail for like a week.
Really?
It's not worse. It's not worse. It's like someone puts a box on your doorstep, just don't fucking touch it if you know that there's a letter bomber around. You know? Like that's like, hey, by the way, there's a risk, like there's like a 10% risk that boats might be sinking this week. Then don't go on the fucking boat. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, let's do a little more lighthearted of a topic. That's some scary things. What do you guys have any good Halloween party stories? I mean, we've all been to a Halloween party, right? Malena's face just lit up.
Go ahead, Malena.
I know
Yeah,
that's because
go
me
for
and
it.
Adept were thinking about the same thing.
No, I wasn't thinking.
Okay,
I
never
can't
mind,
think
never mind.
about it.
No,
No,
no, no,
say
no,
it
no.
now.
I can't talk about this. I
Oh,
can't.
okay. Maybe it was. I think I know what it is now.
What? Lame. I hate that.
Halloween party.
I don't know. I don't really.
I mean that the story I told of the lady walking in the neighborhood, that counts because that was literally right after the Halloween party.
Wait, what's the question?
Do you have any we're going a little lighthearted. Do you have any fun Halloween party stories or any crazy Halloween party stories?
Oh, Maya, you know something?
No.
Maya went to college. She has to have good party stories. Come on.
No. I mean, no, like, actually funny ones. I've just been to a lot of, like, really fratty, shitty Halloween parties. My first Halloween party that I ever went to was Playboy themed, and I didn't know.
Oh.
So I walked into the frat party with jean shorts and, like, a tank top, and everyone was wearing literally lingerie and bunny ears and whatever. And I went by myself, which is stupid. Don't do that.
You're actually Lindsay Lohan in Mean Girls.
Yeah, she's actually Katie.
I walked
Haring or
into the
whatever.
party with like normal clothes on, and everyone was in lingerie, and it was fine. Actually, it was like a conversation starter. So
I mean, you were still like the hottest girl.
That
there,
is
so it
brave
doesn't
of
matter.
you.
Maya, dude, the things you say, have you ever seen Scary Movie? It's not a scary movie. The comedy movie,
because
Scary
I'm stupid.
Movie.
Yes, they're
No,
so trash.
I'm
Those
not
movies
saying
are
you're
so bad.
stupid. Like, you're probably one of the smartest people I know, but in the sense of being like your awareness of being
I'm naive as hell.
like you're too nice. I think
Yeah.
that's it. Like, you're so nice. So
I am super like I just assume the best in people like that, and it has
I'll
fucked
defend
me
you, my
over
queen.
more times than I can count. Yeah, it's bad.
I'll defend you. I'm right down the road, Maya. Anything. Don't call the police. Call Malena. They'll run away.
Imagine Malena just starts booking it to your house. With her horns on, she takes them out like a goat. Perfect. My first Halloween party was the first time that I ever got drunk, or like as an adult, or I guess the story is from the first time I went to a Halloween party. So I went as a Playboy bunny, which is funny that you tell that story. I had a
Nice.
nicer ass then and a flatter stomach. It was good times. I was supposed to be Iggy Azalea for Halloween, but my costume didn't come in time, and so then I went as a Playboy bunny because it's like the easiest backup, and I drank Dr. Pepper and Fireball mixed together, which was so great.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know
I love Fireball.
who told me I love Fireball.
Yay, Fireball.
Sponsored.
Sponsored. Fireball
Hashtag
Fridays,
sponsored.
by the way. Fireball
Code
partner.
QT, code Maya.
Hashtag Fireball partner.
But yeah, I didn't do anything crazy, but it was like the first time that I was like the first time I was ever like confident in my life because I got so drunk that it was like the first, okay, I kind of like went home with a guy and we were going into his house and there were these people standing outside and they were like, oh, hey, what's up? You should come hang out with us instead. And I was like, no, it's okay. Like, have a good night though. You know, like, it's just like so weird. So then we go into this guy's house and then like not even a minute later, they threw a fucking brick through the window.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
All because you wouldn't hang out with him? Gee.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess I was rude when I said I was going to hang out with them, but they threw a brick through the window. It's crazy.
It's so weird.
Fuck.
Yeah, so it was like, that was scary. Yeah, incels for
That's
sure.
scary as hell.
At least you said no.
Weird.
Twitch chat when you don't need
Yeah,
to,
imagine
when
what you
don't
would have
read
done if you
their
said
name
yes
right.
to hang out with them and shit.
I know. True.
Struggling.
Yeah, Twitch chat, don't be like that. No other Halloween party stories?
I mean, like I said, I got my period on my first Halloween party. Like,
Right.
so that was weird. And then we watched a Human Centipede. That was funny, but fucking weird.
Damn.
Like, girls, I had half the room is freaked out, half the room's laughing or crying at what's happening, and I'm just here like, what do I do? But it's not really funny. I don't know. Human Centipede is just weird. Have you guys all seen that?
You watched that the first day you got your period? I would have thrown up.
Well, I was hosting the Halloween party, and I had to have a scary movie, and I thought it would be good if we watched that because it was kind of fucked
That
up.
was the one you suggested?
Yeah, I didn't realize
This'll be
that it would
good.
be that bad. Like, someone ended up leaving the party because they were that disturbed by it. But
I knew it.
yeah, she had to call her mom. Like, it was just bad. She was
Man,
crying.
fuck those kids, man.
She was
Like, stay
crying.
your ass home to begin with.
She was crying. She wanted to throw up. I was like,
Oh, jeez.
okay.
Halloween weekend. I almost said in college we would call it Halloween weekend, which is so lame, but it was over 2 weekends because everyone gets super into Halloween in school over there. There was one. This is not funny, like or that interesting, but there was one weekend where I went to a party by myself, different frat party, and I was tipsy but not drunk, and so I was just like walking, like I was just taking a walk around my neighborhood, whatever. And there were guys, this is mostly for Macaiyla, for what she just said earlier, because this is one of the dumbest things that I've done. There were was it 4? It was either 4 or 5 guys in their garage, and they were sitting in their garage smoking a hookah. And I walked by their garage once, and they're like, hey, what's up? And I was like, hey, what's up? I didn't know them. And then when I came back down the street, they're like, what are you doing? Like, you want to hang out? And I was like, okay. So I went into their garage, and when I went in there, they closed the garage. Like, they closed the door. And they were like, oh, it's just, like, it's getting cold, like, mosquitoes, whatever. And I was like, oh, my God.
Mosquitoes,
I'm gonna die.
It's getting cold?
Yeah, and
what?
I had never been in this house before. Like, I didn't know where the front entrance was. I literally just walked into their garage and sat down. And was, like, talking to them, whatever. And they closed it, and they're like, yeah, it's just cold. We don't want mosquitoes to get in here. And I was like, okay. But when they closed the door, I was like, this is not okay. Like, what I just did, this is not. I was also in, like, a really bad spot, so I was just doing dumb shit all the time, you know? But I was like, yeah, no, I gotta stop. But they're actually fine. Apparently, they really did close the door because it was cold. And then they opened the door a couple hours later, and I went home. So...
Okay, Maya,
Nice.
God, you're gonna die, and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, like, I don't know how I'll feel.
It was bad. And then a week later, I went on a date with one of the guys that was in the garage, and he tried to kiss me, and I physically, like, turned my head. Like, it was the first time I've ever, like, swerved a kiss really hard, And he got pissed off. He freaked out, and then I never talked to any of them again.
That's so weird when people act that way after you like reject them. Like, oh, well,
Yeah.
I'm suddenly gonna want you so much more now that you're acting like a fucking bitch that I denied you. Like, wow, that's attractive.
Yeah, he literally, like, I had all of their snaps and whatever, and none of them ever talked to me again after that. It was
Oh
crazy.
my gosh.
Well, now look at you. So who cares?
True.
Fuck them. Yeah.
Actually, I
I'm
talked
just
to
happy
him
you're alive
one
and they
other
didn't do
time.
some bad stuff to you. Honestly.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I don't-
Months later, they found a chameleon, and I went and took it from them.
Nice.
Of course you did.
Well,
I should have
the
kissed him for
guy,
them.
the guy that I like avoided the kiss from, he posted on his Instagram story. He was like, "Yo, we found this sick lizard in our backyard. We're gonna feed it apples." And it's a chameleon, which like doesn't live there, and it's an insectivore. And I was like, "I'm gonna come get that from you." And they're like, "Okay." And so I took it, and that was the last I talked to them.
We're gonna feed it apples.
Yeah,
It is funny
It was-
too that everything we
Wait,
say.
why is that bad?
because they only eat insects.
Oh.
He posted on a story. He was like, "Yo, he's out here chefing it up. What you cooking for him, bro?" And it was like he was just cutting apples.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I was like, "No, no, 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 no,
No.
no."
It's funny because anytime we talk about any of this, we're like, you could have gotten murdered, when the chance of like getting murdered is like we would just jump to murder so quickly.
Well, I'm paranoid. I always
Yeah, me
do.
too. I'm very paranoid.
Yeah.
I mean,
Same.
Cutie had an Amber Alert, so
I got kidnapped.
it's not. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not.
Kitty was actually kidnapped.
I
We're
feel
allowed to be
fine, though.
paranoid around here.
I was like 5. I was 6. I don't know, 7. I don't know.
Have you
Kidnap.
ever had situations like this, like where you look back and then you reconsider if it was scary and it wasn't scary in the moment?
No.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like you think twice if something was wrong, because like I remember I went to Poland when I was like 15 years old, and I went out to like drink because we started drinking really early in Norway, and these older guys kept giving me free shots or like free alcohol. They were like 30 or 40 years
Oh.
old, and I didn't think about that was wrong before like when I remember that like 6 months ago. I was like, okay, what if I was alone and they would have given me free shots and I was in the middle of fucking Gdansk, Poland, and they
Yeah.
barely spoke English. They just kept bringing me free shots. I was like, okay. And you look back at it and you're like, okay, that was wrong then, but it was really fucking fun when I was 15.
Did you see the Twitter video of the girl demonstrating how easy it is to drug people, like at bars,
Mm-hmm.
with her hand, Malena?
No.
Oh, well, if I can
Send it
find
to
it, I'll
her.
show you. Like, she showed how there was multiple ways within like 8 seconds or something how you could drug someone's drink. And yeah, I'm too scared to get free drinks now.
I've done
I've never thought about these things before.
What?
We need to have like
Like-
a
You
sit
never
down
thought
talk
about
where
your
you guys
drink
teach me
getting-
the obvious.
This is it, man.
That's how
Have any of
people
you-
get date raped. Like,
Have
that's
any
how
of
I've
you
never
ever
been worried about
gotten-
being picked up and kidnapped because I've always been 250 pounds, but now I'm suddenly worried about
They
it.
don't give a fuck how you. They don't care. They just take who they can
Dude,
take.
it's definitely gonna be much harder to sex traffic an obese fucking 6-foot
You are not
dumbass than
obese.
like
No.
You are not
someone like
No,
hello?
they just hear Malena talk one time and she's loud and obnoxious. They're like, no
Yeah.
one's gonna fucking want that.
I've never been
Nobody.
worried about this shit before, but now I'm suddenly worried.
Well,
You've
I
never worried about your drink before?
No.
Like, you're
So-
No.
really?
So when you go to a bar, you just like, do you let your drink sit there?
But I don't go to bars alone.
Also,
doesn't
okay,
matter,
Okay,
it doesn't
hold on.
matter,
Because
no.
Malena, like, how old were you when you moved to the US?
18.
Oh. And then, like, when you were 21 and stuff, were you guys going out, like, just girlfriends? Like, how
No,
was that?
I didn't have friends before I moved to Austin. Like,
See? So, like, and then, once you were in Austin, you had, like, people that pretty much know what they're doing, and you're a little bit older, and I don't know. I feel
well,
like
you
it's
guys
just
are
a
like my
different
first
culture.
actual friends in America.
Pog.
Aw.
Poggers.
And when we went, see, and even when me and you went to the bar, like it was never a worry about our drinks because everyone's minding their own business. Like there's nobody like stalking us and like wanting to dance on us and like it's weird shit, you know? Like the times me and you went, it was very just fun and like everyone's doing their own thing. There's no one bothering us.
Macaiyla, when we went to the gay bar downtown, did you never leave your drink?
Never. Oh my god, I would sit there, wait for the bartender to give me my drink, and instantly cover it the moment I had it. I cup my
Wait,
drink
what?
every time I get it. Every single time I sit there, wait for them, I cup it instantly. The only time I wasn't accountable, like, or I didn't have my drink on me is I gave it to Maya because I told her to have a drink of it. That's the first time we met. I'm like, Maya, hey, have a
I-
sip. She's
I
like,
hold it like that so only the
good.
straw is out, and then you just sip it like that.
Yeah,
Have you
like,
guys ever been drugged in your drink? Because
No.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I have. I think I was once.
What? Yes.
Maya.
Yeah, no, I got drugged once at a frat. Yeah.
what is happening? You need
What
an intervention.
happened?
How?
You need an
How would you
intervention.
know?
You need to stop being nice. You need to stop.
No, this is when I was in like again like in my really bad place where I was going to frat parties by myself, whatever. Yeah, no, I got drugged at a frat with one other girl.
No.
I didn't really know. I mean, it's not like confirmed that I got drugged. I didn't go get like tested for it, but when I woke up in the morning, it was like not right. And that that frat was also known for being like super shady, and they got what is the word for when they get like not affiliated with the university?
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh.
They were newer.
Expelled?
Exiled.
Yeah, and they were a newer frat, and they had a really bad reputation. And so I went there, and they got like disbanded or uncharted or whatever from university shortly after because they were just like drugging people. So me and this other girl woke up in the morning and we were like, "Yo, that's not right."
Was she your
Yikes.
friend?
Crazy.
Like, were you guys together?
No. I met her that night. She woke up the next morning. She was nuts. She didn't care because she got drugged all the time because she was at frats all the time. And so she woke up the next morning and she, like, I saw her go out to the staircase and she grabbed a beer that was, like, sitting, because it was a party, right? So there were beers everywhere.
Ugh.
There was a beer that was, like, half full that was super stale. She walked out there, she chugged it, and I was like, dude, was that yours? And she was like, I don't know. And I was
No
like,
wonder she's getting drugged all the time.
Ah.
Shit like that.
yeah, like, that's not good.
What?
And she took, like, a shot or something, and she's like, I'm going to a danger down the street. Do you want to come? And I was like, no, I don't. But then she left, and so I made someone go pick her up off the street because she was like stumbling down the street to this second party, whatever. But yeah, she didn't care, but it freaked me out.
It's like, it's so easy, Malena. I'm so scared that you didn't even know that. Oh my god.
Look, she turned out fine. Wait, Malena, you said
I
you think
mean,
you've been drugged before?
Huh?
You said you think you have?
I don't remember. Because I don't remember any
Oh.
of the night. I just remember it was New Year's, and me and my friends were like getting really drunk, and then this was in like 2016, I think, and then we went out to the city. We had like a pregame party. Then we went out, but they wouldn't let me into the bar because I was just fucking gone, and I was just too drunk, even though I was standing there talking to them. And then after that, the next thing I remember is talking to my aunt on the phone, and she was like giving me directions how to get home. I was like I don't know where I am or what I'm doing. Can you like guide me home? So she told me the number of the bus that I had to take. And then I told the bus driver where to let me off, and my phone ran out of power. And then my brother came and picked me up at the bus stop, and I don't
Jeez.
remember any of the entire. That's all that I remember. Bus stop, aunt. But there's like a 5-hour mark where I completely gone.
Blacking
But
out
I
is
think I just
scariest
mixed
thing
the
ever.
wrong alcohol.
Yeah,
There's
that could be it.
because like I learned from that, if I mix whiskey and like vodka and soda, I actually black out. Like if I mix whiskey and vodka, the two different types of liquor, I'm fucking gone. That's it.
Wow. I've never blacked out. Ooh, sounds terrifying.
Really?
Though. Yeah.
It's happened to me 6 times.
Ugh.
It's happened to me 3 times. It's
Jesus.
horrible.
When I met Maya, I blacked out.
Were you really?
I don't remember
Dude,
meeting
that's
you.
crazy.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
you were
meeting you.
hammered. You were like, yeah, I didn't know you that well, but I was like, damn, she's gone.
The only thing that I remember about meeting you I don't remember actually meeting you, but I remember me and Macaiyla and a few other people. We were at that bar, like the gay bar, and we were dancing around you and Mizkif in a circle, and we were like,
Oh my god.
kiss, kiss,
Yeah, I
kiss.
remember
Like we
that.
were
And
in
then
like
he
a
like
cringy
picked me
high
up.
school.
Oh my god, I
Yes.
remember
You
that.
guys are
And then you guys kissed,
awful.
and everyone around you just were like,
Okay, stop.
Yeah, but
Oh my God,
it
that's
was
so
mostly
awful.
because like they were so like embarrassed to touch each other, do anything like in front of us, you know, and they were like they were just being super low key, and we are like, okay, that's enough of this, and so we like made you guys wild out, and it was really fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, when you guys kissed for the first time at
yeah,
the...
we were like, kiss, kiss,
It wasn't
kiss,
the
you
first
remember?
time we kissed.
Oh,
But
well,
in
I
front
mean,
of
That would have been
time.
funny if it was the first
Right.
time they kissed.
Mhm. I remember you guys went into a little corner in the. I think I actually recorded it.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
weirdo.
Macaiyla.
Okay, not like a stalker, but I don't remember. It was on my Snapchat that I recorded you guys doing something together. But
Adept
yeah,
has a video. I think
it
it's
was
Adept.
so cute. It was so
What?
cute.
Someone
Macaiyla, that's
posted
not
like
okay.
him picking me up on the
okay,
dance floor. I
I
thought it was on
They
Instagram.
knew I
Maybe
was
it wasn't.
recording. Okay, I'm not trying to be weird. Like I was just watching you guys. No,
Oh my
Macaiyla's
God,
just
my sister's
a
watching.
stan. Macaiyla's like,
Everybody
yes.
shut up. Everybody shut up. My sister just texted me. She's watching.
Oh, everyone act
no.
Dude, I
normal.
hate what my family does. They'll literally message me, and it's only about the podcast. I'm like, don't watch those. Like, watch everything else, not those.
Wait,
Yeah,
she's
I know.
watching?
That's what I said too.
I think Tyler's mom
Maya's sister.
watches my stream, and I really pray she doesn't. But I know she watches Eric's and Tyler's. So
I was talking to Felix's mom about it the other day, and she was like, because I don't remember what she was asking. I was like, yeah, but those ones, just so you know, they're X-rated. So whatever
Oh
you
my
see
god,
and hear
how
in those,
funny.
it's not my fault.
Hey, we've gotten better. Look at us. We haven't talked about dicks one time.
there's
Don't
no
get us
way,
started.
like, there's no way Tyler's mom hasn't seen something I've written, right?
Oh,
Like
no,
if
she's
if
probably seen it.
she follows Tyler's Twitter and Eric's, she has to follow mine, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully not. I just
She's
pray.
seen
I
it.
pray. I pray to God.
Okay,
Shoot.
best
That's so weird. Now that
best couples costume you've ever done.
that's so weird.
Well, we don't have Halloween in Norway, so this is
What?
unfair.
You think
haven't
Tyler
done
does costumes?
We don't have Halloween. We don't have Thanksgiving. We don't have these
Damn.
things.
All right.
Oh, me and Tyler did the. We dressed up on stream last year. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Just
what
like,
were you? Yeah.
he was someone from Halo, and then I was a Ninja
Oh.
Turtle.
Perfect.
Someone. He was fucking Master Chief, you dumb
I don't
bitch.
play Halo.
Oh
I'm
my
a Call
God.
of Duty person.
She
Halo
really
is
just
like-
said someone
Halo?
from Halo.
Halo is worse than COD. I'm a COD person, so yeah, just fuck Halo. The game's shit.
Wow.
No. Okay, I'm sorry. That was really toxic.
What are you being this year? Are you being anything?
Yeah, Slutty Little Red Riding
Oh yeah,
Hood.
slutty. Why don't you just buy him a Big Bad Wolf costume and just see if he wears it? Like, just like leave it out for him on the bed in the morning.
I mean, I could,
See what
but
happens.
I think he'd cringe. He cringes at almost everything I do, so I think he would really
Oh.
cringe at that
Does
for
he
sure.
cringe at the podcast?
Oh yeah, every time.
Damn.
Aww.
He says, "Don't use me for content" every single time. I'm like, what is this?
That's all you talk about, though.
That's our entire relationship.
Tyler's
Like,
the
I don't
content of
understand.
her life.
Like, does this man not realize I'm in the middle of nowhere? What else am I supposed to talk about? He's the only person in a
True.
like 1,000-mile fucking radius for me to talk to.
Adept,
Oh,
have you
no.
done a cute couples costume?
I know. Well, last year Felix wasn't able to like do anything for Halloween because he was training for BlizzCon.
Oh.
And I don't remember. Oh no, okay. Even on Halloween Day, we were at BlizzCon, and I did like I'm a mouse, duh, you know, from like Mean
Oh, yeah,
Girls,
that's funny.
because we couldn't pack costumes and all that shit. Like it was just way too much. And he did nothing last year, and then for the Halloween party, he wasn't there. And then the year before that, I don't know.
The year before that, you met me on Halloween
Yeah.
at Not Scary Farm for the first
and no
time.
one was dressed up, right? Like I'm pretty sure nobody was.
No,
dressed
no
at
one was
all.
dressed up.
Yeah,
But that's literally the first day I met you was Halloween 2018.
Damn, you have good memory.
Yes, and I was shit-faced, and Adept fooled me on a huge roller coaster when she, I told her, yeah, I'm scared of heights. She's like, this is fine. She
This
just led
is
me
a
to an
small one.
entrance.
It
That's
doesn't even
such
go
an
up.
But
Adept
it was
thing to
fucking
do.
massive.
That is such an Adept thing to
Yeah.
do. I'm never going to
It was
amusement
her and
parks
But she
Serena,
liked
and
it, though. She had
they
fun.
knew.
She had fun.
They
though.
knew.
Macaiyla?
Yeah, we did
Or-
stream
or-
that day.
I
We streamed
meant
through the
Maya.
haunted
I meant
houses
Maya.
and stuff.
What about me?
I meant to say Maya, but I said Macaiyla.
What about Maya?
Maya, best couples costume?
I've never done one.
Oh my god.
Will you this year?
Mizkif.
Am I a crazy person? I always do couples costumes. I'm crazy. I love costumes.
Wait, what are you guys doing this year, cutie?
It's a surprise. I'm not telling
Oh,
stream.
Okay, what's the best one up to now
Hey.
then?
I've done Barbie and Ken before. That was fun.
That's cute.
Ooh, you look
Um,
really pretty as Barbie.
That's very nice of you.
Mm.
We did a Misty. He was Misty last year, and I was Ash. It was
Oh
funny.
wait, chat is reminding me that we painted each other's faces last year, and he was Joker and I was Harley Quinn. Actually.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cute.
that's cute.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Oh,
I've done
that's
that
so
one
cute. We
before.
did that too, but I ended up as Fiona, and Nick
Oh.
was a clown.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I was Fiona. Ugh.
Now, if you had to say, if you could think of something, what do you think, like, actually, and might be a weird question, what do you think would be, like, the sexiest Halloween costume a man could wear?
A man?
Yeah.
Just get naked. I don't even
Oh my God,
know.
Macaiyla, what?
I don't know. What when have you ever seen a guy have a good costume? No offense. Like what do they even dress up for Halloween? I've never been around
Yeah.
guys who dress up for Halloween.
I go to Halloween parties.
Oh, I don't really go to them, I guess, so I don't know. But I don't see guys post pictures on Twitter or anything of their Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
Let's
I
change
don't
it.
Yeah, I don't think guys get. I don't like see them as like, oh my god, they're dressed up and they look so hot. Like, I just like men in general, so I don't need them to dress up for it to be hot.
I'm sorry
Okay.
for objectifying men. I just don't see you guys dress up a lot.
Well, everyone needs to try that. Everyone dress up more.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a male costume and I was like, that's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe be a firefighter, a shirtless firefighter, like the cringe, most
Oh,
generic
no.
thing a guy
Ugh.
could.
Fair. True. Yeah.
I don't know. What the fuck do you guys dress up as? A werewolf or a lumberjack? Like,
I
don't
mean, I
know.
like when guys get dressed up, don't get me wrong, because I'm like, cool, everyone's in the spirit, because they think it's fun to, like, be festive for anything. But when it, like, I don't look at them and I'm like, oh my god, that's so hot. Versus, like, when girls wear, like, certain things, I'm like, oh my god, that's so hot. Like, I
Mhm.
love
Yeah.
that.
Then
Like,
hottest girl costumes.
anything with, like, a corset, I guess. I love when people make their costumes, like, super original. Like, even if it's the most overdone character, I like when it's, like, their own in some way. I like that.
I don't know. I haven't.
People.
My first Halloween was like Halloween last year.
I always like the Playboy girl. I like how people are different, I mean, they're all usually around the same thing, but I still find it hot. Just the bodysuit and the tights, I guess. Or if women do like superheroes and they do it themselves, like again with a bodysuit. Anything with a bodysuit looks good.
I think
What-
Superwoman looks really good. Anyone that can pull that shit off,
Mhm.
mwah, that shit would look really good.
Yeah, I've seen the costumes where it's like Black Widow or whatever, where it's like the pleather bodysuit and like who can I mean probably Macaiyla, but like who
True.
is built to pull that off like without like the little tummy pooch and like holy shit.
I would love to. I just can never find the good costumes. They're always shit material.
True.
Search on
Okay.
Etsy, Macaiyla. They customize shit.
Yeah, I did find something, but they're like $500. I'm gonna wear it one time. Like, I don't want to spend that much.
Make an OnlyFans and post your costumes on OnlyFans, and then you make the money back.
True.
If you make an OnlyFans, I'll make an OnlyFans. How about that? The day you
No,
make
but
an
I will.
OnlyFans,
I
I'll
will
make one.
subscribe to your OnlyFans, and you don't have to make an OnlyFans for nudes. You can make an OnlyFans for your costumes.
Mm-hmm.
True. Mm.
Is anybody who's drinking?
Me.
I've been
I
drinking.
was. Mhm.
Oh, you guys are okay. Cool.
I need to get more beer.
Why
but-
does that wine look gigantic?
It
Is
is
it huge?
gigantic.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, it looks like it's huge.
Isn't it the prettiest glass ever?
It's
Mhm.
very cool. I
It's
like
very-
it.
So pretty.
My
Hopefully
favorite part is
children.
how
like-
much wine it holds. What'd you say, Kayla?
Sorry, I'm saying hopefully like kids don't watch this and see Cinderella drinking wine. Like, you know.
I'm sure they've seen Cinderella do a lot worse.
Sorry, just
We are on the internet, after all.
true.
Yeah. they
Being
can,
good
they can
influences,
Google
you know.
much worse for sure.
What is that website again? The
Rule 39?
yeah, I'm gonna check that out
I don't
tonight.
know what you guys are talking about,
No.
but let's just move on.
You've never been on Rule 39?
No, I don't know what that is.
I showed you it. The
Oh,
Overwatch
Rule 34. Rule
porn.
34. My bad.
Rule
My bad.
34.
34, apparently.
What
I
is
was-
that?
I've showed you the Overwatch porn.
You
I
You have
swear.
shown me the
Google it,
Overwatch
but
porn,
not on
I didn't know
stream,
that's what
Maya.
the name was.
It's Overwatch porn?
No, it's
I showed her Overwatch porn because she plays Overwatch, and it was on Rule 34 of like Widowmaker naked or Diva
be careful you
having
Google
sex.
Maya.
Like,
Maya, Rule 34 means if it exists, then there's a porn of it.
Rule 34.
Oh, okay.
So
It
you,
states that
search it
an
up
object.
now.
If
Oh,
it
that's
exists,
probably
there
on
is
the
porn
Among
of
Us
it.
porn then.
yeah, so Macaiyla, I mean,
Yeah.
or Maya, why do I keep getting your name fucked up? Maya, if you Googled like Rule 34 Snow White, you'd get a bunch like Snow White
Rule
going to
34,
Pound
Snow
with like
White.
7
With the
dwarfs.
elf, literally,
Yeah.
or the dwarves, whatever the fuck.
Ah!
Don't tilt your phone down, please. Do not show that.
What the hell? What the fuck kind of algorithm is? Why?
This year I really did want to be like Among Us bodysuit type of thing, but I just wasn't gonna be home to like make it all, and I wasn't about to do it here. I have nothing here, so I couldn't.
Oh, that would have been cute.
Mm-hmm.
And you could have made the little guys too, like the little small characters.
I wanted to make because everyone knows me for having like the alien hat and the spaceship pet, so I wanted to make both of those also.
Aw, that would be good.
That was funny.
Maya's gonna go wash her
Maya's gonna
eyeballs
throw
real
up.
quick.
She needs some
Just
time
there.
alone after that.
Can't believe she didn't know.
Yeah. No, what do you mean you can't believe?
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's
Yeah,
Maya. Never
We
mind.
don't believe.
Yeah. mm.
Okay, anybody ever have any like ghost stories?
I have one,
Ooh.
but it's not scary.
Oh.
Well,
You're
I
like-
mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on your definition of scary, but we had
Mhm.
just moved into our new house and our dog was just acting really, really weird. Like she was just like we'd never seen her act like this before. And it was very odd that it was a new house. And we took her to go to the bathroom in the backyard and she just starts like crying, but like wailing. Is that the right word for it? Like just like
Howling or something?
howling, but like screaming. And
She's
it's a dog.
yelping. She's yelping or
Okay,
something.
she was just like, I don't know. It was very obnoxious and loud. And she she
No.
jumps up in the air and shits herself mid jump and just shit flying everywhere. Just
Ew.
runs away. And we just can only assume she saw a ghost. So I'm pretty sure that's what it was because I don't know. There was nothing. She was just
What
in
a
the middle of the concrete.
crazy
She saw
story.
nothing. So we assume it's a ghost, and that's how it's a ghost story.
Do you guys believe in ghosts?
Mm-hmm. For
I
sure.
do a little bit.
Dude, Adept, I promise on everything. I saw, like, you know how there's a ghost orb in Phasmophobia?
Yeah.
Something literally just passed you, like,
It
on
was
your
it was Lynn.
screen.
I saw it in my
Okay,
real
I'm
life.
like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? I swear I saw it.
Cutie do.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm deciding if I want to I'm this person out or if I want to ban this person.
Ban
Ban
them, just
him.
ban them, just ban them.
Ban him, ban.
Don't deal with it again, you know?
Yeah, I'm just gonna time you out. No, I'll just ban you. No, I'll just
Ban him.
Ban him and make him pay you to be untimed out.
Yes.
Or unbanned. Yeah. Mhm,
Anybody
mhm.
who wants to be unbanned, donate $20 right now.
Yep.
That goes
Do
for
it.
you too.
Mhm,
every
mhm.
chat across the board. This is your time to shine.
Yeah,
I
no more
should've- I
DMing
should've
us
said
for free, you dumb
more
bitch. Send us
than
20 bucks.
20.
What are you doing, Nelson?
I don't know. I've never seen one. I don't want to see one. Oh my god, your cat is so cute.
Thank you. Say hi, baby.
I've always wanted a Scottish fold, but I got a
He's
Persian
perfect.
instead, which he wasn't
They're
here.
so cute.
He's super cute, but yeah, your
Mm.
cat is so stinking cute. I love your pictures of your cat.
Thank
But since my mom is dead, I feel like I have a harder time believing that ghosts exist because like homegirl loved the shit out of me, and if there was a way for her to like even pull a prank on me, she would.
That makes
You know what I'm
sense.
Makes
saying?
sense.
Like,
Yeah.
so I mean, but at the same time, she wouldn't want to freak me out. So it's like a weird like.
Well, I mean, she could be there doing things you don't know, not necessarily like appearing in your room, right?
Yeah.
That's why I say I kind of believe in ghosts, because in actuality, I believe more in like spirit, I guess, than I believe in a ghost. Like I believe that people actually have a spirit, and you know, like you have guardian angels and things like that. So that's what I think.
I believe
wish
in
I
ghosts.
did.
I believe in them because I was in high school and I was diagnosed with insomnia. So I had hallucinations, but like, so I would see things in my dreams and then I would see them in real life when I wasn't
What?
sleeping. And I just like, I can't let go of that. Even if it's a hallucination, I just feel like there's a possibility of that being real.
Like
And
what?
And I've had an out of body experience when I had insomnia, and that was the weirdest thing I've ever experienced in my life. Like on my mom, on my life, my relationship. I remember exactly the day it happened. Like I was laying flat on my bed and I passed out because I was so overexhausted, and I literally like could see myself laying down on my bed, and I woke up and I couldn't breathe, like I was choking to death. And it was so weird, but based off of that
Jesus.
stuff, I believe in ghosts, especially because a lot of it was like more paranormal and like demon related,
I'm so
and like
sorry.
I would see a demon in my dream, like my type of image, and then I'd see it when I woke up too, like in a closet or like near me, next to me in the bathroom. So
Your sleep paralysis demon?
it wasn't just like one demon. It was like I would see multiple things. I would have dreams where I was possessed myself, and that's why I believe in like all of that paranormal or
Right.
whatever shit.
Malena,
But
do you
I don't know.
Oh, keep going.
No,
Sorry.
no, no. I mean, that's
I didn't know
it's
insomnia could do that.
well, it's because I was sleeping, I think like 2 hours a night, and I would stay up 2 to 3 days at a time.
Jesus.
And
What
go,
the
and then I
hell?
was going to school and I was playing sports, and I was just so overexhausted that I think that's obviously what caused it. But just seeing that and knowing like my mind could randomly make those things up, I was like, how could I randomly think of these things? It's not from horror movies I watch. Like there would be
Yeah.
random images that I've never seen in my life, which made me like
Makes
believe in
sense,
all of
yeah.
that. But yeah, if you don't get enough sleep, you will. Everyone who doesn't get enough sleep, like if you stay up for longer than, I would say about a day and a half or two, you may start to see like hallucinations if you want to try it. But I don't recommend
I don't
it.
want to try it.
I
I've
don't recommend
never-
it. Like,
I've never pulled an all-nighter.
Huh?
Really?
Never. I've fallen asleep at 7 a.m., but I've never stayed up all night and then like gone the rest of the day the next day. Not once in my life.
Even
Lucky
dating
you.
Mizkif, like I'm
Never.
surprised. Wow.
Mm-mm.
Do you just not like you've never had anything to stay up for? What about like 24-hour stream? Have you ever thought of that?
I mean, I've always gone to sleep. Like, or I don't know. Like, the latest I've stayed up ever is 7 a.m. and I've fallen asleep for a few hours after and then gone about my day. But I've never, like, stayed up all night and then gone an entire day with no sleep.
Wow.
Okay.
Good for you.
That's
I'm
crazy.
jealous.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
jealous.
I got a super normal sleep schedule. I wake up at, like, 8, go to bed at, like, 11,
Yeah.
12.
Malena, you believe in ghosts?
Must be nice.
Yeah, I don't really like talking about these things because
Oh.
the more you talk about it, the more it happens.
Oh, really? Is that like a thing?
I actually agree. Like when you talk about it, supposedly if it is real, that's what gives like that energy off. Like
I really don't like talking about this. Like, I'm 100% serious.
if
'Cause
you believe,
I
if you
have had
believe in
experiences
it.
in the past where this shit has happened, and I don't like thinking about it. And it, yeah. And I also have sleep paralysis, like Macaiyla has. It's
What
really fucking bad.
insomnia?
It's really bad. Sleep paralysis I can talk about, but I also feel like the more you talk about it, the more it happens. It hasn't happened to me in a very, very long time. My dreams used to be so bad. I got a dream book, so I wrote everything down to see if there was anything I could do about it. It's in my nightstand.
Me too.
But the worst dreams that I have are not the sleep paralysis dreams. They're the dreams where I go to bed and then it feels like I don't I know that I'm asleep. I know I'm asleep in my dream, and I'm fully aware of it, and I can't wake up.
I've had that before.
Yeah,
Where
I
you're
don't.
you're like stuck, kind of.
Yeah, and then
Ugh.
you finally wake up, but you don't actually wake up. You
Mhm.
just
You just-
dreamed
yep.
that you woke up. So you start panicking and trying to figure out what you can do about it. And I figured out a way to get out of it is if I wiggle my toes, then eventually I'll get the movement back in my whole body. It's like
Ugh.
you're awake when you're asleep,
Yeah, I
and you know
hate
that
that.
you're awake.
I've done
But
that, but I like hold my breath on accident, and I can't figure out how to breathe.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's bad.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever had sleep paralysis because it's saying you're unable to move or speak.
Mhm.
I
I
feel
fucking
like
hate it.
what you were talking
Yeah.
about like you seeing yourself laying in bed, that sounds like sleep paralysis to me.
Oh, I fully believe that was an out of body experience because nothing like scary was happening except for me just seeing myself
You know what I
laying
think that
exactly
was?
there.
I think what happened to you, Macaiyla, was astral projecting.
I don't know what it was. Seriously, it was the most surreal experience of my life. Like, I cannot. If one day we can see like what people are seeing in their minds, like I could fully show you exactly what I saw, how I saw it. Like, I was
Well-
fully aware of me laying there in the bed. It was like I had died and I was looking right at myself. It only happened for about like 15, 20 seconds, but it was the weirdest moment. Like, I thought I was dead.
You should Google astral projecting. That's literally how people explain it.
I
Really?
experienced the
there are
same
people
exact
who
thing.
do it on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, I experienced the same exact thing you're describing right now, but it was because I ate edibles. And I became this. No, I swear to God, I became the ceiling fan that was in my friend's room. But I could see myself, and I was trying to swim because I don't even know. Like there was a couple things happening at once, but I could see the whole room. I could see myself, and had never seen myself outside of myself like that before. Like I was like third person, like spectating, and it was so freaky.
From an edible. Oh my
Yeah, from an edible.
God.
And I was flailing my arms around because I was like trying to swim, but I'm on the floor. So I was just like smacking the ground like this.
Oh
and like
my
my arms are just going
God.
back and forth, and it was really crazy. And that's why I don't fuck with edibles ever.
They're so scary. I get too paranoid.
Yeah, I can't anymore.
I definitely have ghost
I
stories,
thought I
but I
had
don't really
died. I
want
was
to talk
scared.
about it.
I thought I had died.
No, go ahead,
That's
Katie.
fine, Malena, that you don't want to talk about it. If I had stories, I'm sure I wouldn't want to talk about them either. I didn't know that was a thing though.
But I didn't know sleep paralysis is you can't speak or move because in my dreams I'm lucid dreaming. Like I know what's happening. Like the dream where I was possessed, I was fully in control for the most part of what was happening. there was never a situation where I was unable to move except for that out of body experience. But I've never like been in a situation where I'm gonna die by like a ghost or a demon and I can't move my body. I'm always able to run. That's what's freaky about it. I don't know how I would
You've got to look up astral projecting. I swear to God, you're describing it and you don't even know you're doing it.
astral. The only thing I like, if I learn it again, I did eventually teach myself how to lucid dream, so there were more positive dreams. But
Yeah.
that's really like the only thing I know how to do. Astral projection.
Yeah.
But I thought if you believe in astral projection, you have to believe in spirits, don't you? Like you have to believe that you have
Yeah,
a
so
spirit to project.
I don't know if I believe in astral. My one hand. My I had an ex-boyfriend in high school who was like apparently like the Vietnamese culture is very very I don't know, from what he explained to me, like they talk about astral projecting a lot and he was very aware of astral projecting and he would tell stories about him doing it. And so yeah. And he talked about how people can like do it on accident.
Yeah, mine had to have happened accidentally because I was just so tired I passed out and tried taking a nap. And yeah, it sounds like this honestly does sound like what happened.
Yeah,
try
what you're
astral
explaining, it
projecting
sounds like it.
tonight.
It's like, no, you don't want to do it. Like some of
Oh,
the
okay.
stories he told me were terrifying. Like
You
I told the stories on stream the other day. So sorry for repeating stories to my stream, but it's fine. I think you guys will think these stories are interesting. So he would talk about astral projecting and essentially what it is, and I don't know, and I'm just telling stories, and I've never done this nor been interested in doing it myself, and I like to keep myself away from that kind of shit. But he would talk about essentially what it is separating your soul from your body. And then you have this thing called like your silver cord is what they would call it. And that's what connects you back to your body. And so there's like this argument whether that silver cord can be broken and your soul can be stuck in limbo forever or like all this stuff. Okay.
What the
But
fuck?
essentially the longer you're outside of your body, so the longer you're astral projecting, you have a vacant vessel. Yeah. For entities that are negative because positive entities wouldn't try to take your body, but negative entities could try to take your body. So he would like train himself to astral project and would tell all these stories that were just like crazy, like, but they wouldn't have any explaining either. So like he told me like one time for Christmas, I bought him a bunch of like Xbox games. And like he was not over at the house when I got them. I went downstairs. I put them in my bedside table. I locked the bedside table. I locked my room. And then he came over. We watched a movie. I told him I was like, oh, I got you your Christmas present. Like blah blah blah. You don't know what it is. And then like he left. So he was with me the whole time. He never went to my room. Blah blah blah. The next day he texted me and was like, oh, you got me this, this, and this. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, I astral projected into your room and I looked.
Ew.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Yeah.
Are you sure you didn't take a shit that day and he had time to go and snoop or
I
anything?
swear, like, and then even after, so when we broke up, I
Maybe
remember
he had access to your credit card statement. I don't know.
No, just wait. We broke up, and then I was like, it was like angry teenager shit, so I like write in my journal about how sad I am and like blah 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 and like things about him. And so then I was in the basement at my mom's house and I fell asleep on the couch and my journal was in the other room. And I wake up in the middle of the night and there was just like this weird feeling like someone's watching you, right? Nobody's there, but it was just like that really weird feeling. And I was like, ooh, so I go into my room, I fall asleep, I wake up the next morning. He texts me something from my journal verbatim.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Text me something from my journal verbatim. And I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, yeah, I astral projected into your room and I read your handwritten journal. Like
He broke into
What?
your house. Oh.
Well, no, because it's like his spirit.
Yeah, his spirit
Right.
broke in.
What the fuck?
But then he told me these stories about like there's this thing called like the astral plane and it's above the earth and like lots of people who astral project, if you get good at it, you can like go up there and like you can meet people from all over the world that are astral projecting. And he would like get their like you have to learn how to like talk while astral project. You have to like learn how to do stuff while astral projecting, but he would like be emailing people from all over the world that he met up in this astral plane or
Wow.
whatever.
He sounds like a psycho narcissist.
I know. Well, and then one time he tells me this story that just like shook my bones to the core. Like it freaked me the fuck out. And he was like, essentially the story is he was astral projecting and he went back to his room and there was just this dark, big entity in the corner. And he was like trying to get back to his body and it was like he was hitting a wall or something like that. And like the thing like wouldn't let the thing like wouldn't let him get past or anything like that, and he was like stuck and he was freaking out and he couldn't get back into his body. And the next thing he finally woke up and his sister was like, you were screaming for the past like 3 minutes and we couldn't get you to wake up. Like,
Oh my god.
yeah, it was just like weird.
It was really freaky.
I couldn't even date someone that told me stories like that. I have to be honest, because I take that stuff like so seriously that I just couldn't even be around someone that thinks, doing that and talking about it so casually. I'd be like, no.
It was just so weird. Everyone is saying like, oh, he was high. Guys, we were in high school. We were Mormon. Like he was not smoking weed. He wasn't doing any drugs. He could have been creative on the internet. Yes, I will say that.
Mhm.
But he could have made it up from the internet. But it was just like, it was very weird stories. It was really
It's still
weird.
pretty crazy that he knew exactly what your journal said. That it was.
I
like,
think
your
he
own
broke
Yeah.
into your house.
I mean, I thought all those things too, honestly. Like it was so creepy.
Okay, did you have any type of webcam in your room at all at the
No,
age?
I didn't even have a
Okay.
computer. I didn't have a laptop. Our only
Okay.
computer was in the living room upstairs. And like, I don't know how I could have gotten in the house. I had a basement room with no windows. Like, I don't know.
I don't believe in anything, which makes my life boring, but also a lot easier. Like that door could slam shut and like make a really loud noise, and I'd just be like, oh,
You'd be like,
That's
oh.
weird. No, I would like literally no part of me would be like, what's in my house? It's
I
boring.
expected you to be religious for some reason.
Oh, not in the no, I'm an atheist.
Okay, cool. Mm-mm.
Okay.
I'm surprised.
Landlord.
No, I'm like, okay, I would have never expected that. So
Can
Yeah.
we change the subject?
Yeah.
are you scared? Malena, you're gonna
Malena's
die
just,
tonight.
like,
There's something
chilling.
behind you. I see it. You don't see it. I see it, Malena. It's watching you. Are you
So
feeling
fucked
scared?
up.
Am I actually scaring you? Do you want me to stop?
No, I'm not scared.
Yo,
Okay.
it's the purge, okay? It's the purge. What's your plan? What's your tactic? How are you surviving it? Adept.
I'm going to Malena's house because Malena is the plan maker and she'll know exactly how to protect all of us. So
Dude,
that's my
I
plan.
changed every single... Okay,
I'm getting my beer, by the way.
I have like 6 different things that I've done to the house to like secure it really well. Unless you didn't know this, most front doors are installed with only 1-inch screws, which makes them really easy to get down.
Oh.
For someone to push in your door. So I changed all the screws to the outside doors in the house to 3 or 4-inch screws, which like it takes way longer for someone to knock down your door or open your door.
This is
And then
genius.
I've deadbolted all of our doors, and we have a shit ton of security cameras.
Yeah, if
Okay.
you guys think we don't talk about this as a normal topic amongst us, you're wrong.
Okay.
That's why I already had my plan. I'm like, I'm just going over there and we're squatting up. Okay.
Yeah.
So
we
you
have
think,
like
you think your house is like, where do you hide or do you like go out and like rob a bank?
Oh no.
during the purge?
Yeah.
I'm staying home and I'm locking shit up. I'm
No,
going
she's
to
staying with
sleep.
me.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Home.
Yeah, but what if this whole time Nick wanted to murder you, Adept, and then you going to their
Oh,
house
I
was
would
the
love
perfect
to watch
plan.
Nick try to murder me. Honestly, just try it. That could be the entertainment for the night. I'm sorry, Malena, you'd be single after, but like that actually sounds like fun. So Nick, please try it.
I'll go.
Macaiyla's in the middle of nowhere, so I guess she's like chilling.
Is it a purge for a day, or are we talking about like
yeah,
life
it's like
supply?
the movie, like 24 hours, that purge. You can
Um,
commit any crimes, you can do anything.
I haven't thought about I've thought about like an apocalypse or something.
Oh,
I'm
damn.
prepared for that. I'm not
Okay.
prepared for a purge. I would stay in. We have like a basement tornado shelter thing, so we'd probably stay in that.
Don't tell people that.
Yeah, now you're screwed. Now they know.
What? Well, I mean,
No. If there's an apocalypse, who's gonna
I'm
come
not
knocking on
staying
your
in
door?
there in the apocalypse. No, I'm saying if there was a purge, I would just sit there and kill people who tried to open the door. But if during an apocalypse, I'm never staying in a house. I already have I've already Googled places we can go underground, especially. Like I know where certain potholes are that you can lift. I'm ready for that. For a purge, though, I mean, I would chill. Like, I'd let TT kill everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He
Now,
can
what
do
if
it.
there's a civil war?
Like I said, like I have places that I would travel to or go around here that are not like above ground, but I'm not gonna say where. But like I know the route we're taking. I have steps
my
in case of an
God.
emergency. I've
Yeah.
been paranoid of something like that happening since I was a kid. I told Tyler when we buy a house, I'm building a bunker for us. Like I told
Don't
him
tell
that.
people that. You
I'm
have to
not
keep
gonna
your
tell them
bunker
where.
secret.
What do you mean? It's not just gonna be under my like.
In the basement
I'm
under
doing
the
fucking
kitchen.
tunnels. I'm doing traps. Like I'm
There's
killing
booby
people.
traps.
Like
Oh
there's
my
not just gonna
God.
be one fucking road to the bunker. Like there's gonna be multiple. You have to know what you're doing. I've got it all set up. I got it all figured out. Trust me. I'm not dying if a civil war happens. Knock on wood.
Maya. Or wait,
have
Malena, what do
very-
you do?
Oh
Sorry.
yeah.
For a civil war?
No, purge.
Oh.
She said the screws.
Oh yeah,
I mean-
you're saying you're just hiding in your own house.
Me and Greek are holding this fort down, dude.
There's
Me and
no
Greek
way.
and
You have so many people, like so many stands that are like, oh, I can get Soda Poppin's attention for one night. They're coming over.
They're
Yeah.
going to regret it in their
They're
past
gonna get
True.
life.
attention
Yeah,
on
in
the floor.
their next afterlife, they're gonna regret that
Yeah.
they did that.
Maya.
I have two very stark options, and the first is that I'm so scared I just kill myself because I don't want to deal with it.
In game. In game.
In the game that we're playing. The second one is that I go into the
It's only
deep,
24 hours,
deep
Maya.
woods. Oh, it's 24 hours?
Yeah.
The purge, yeah, the purge.
Oh, I go into the deep woods.
Okay.
I would
But
go into the deep woods, I would trap myself a red tail, and I would bring Matt with
fuck
me
is
if he
a
wanted
red-
to listen to all
Matt?
of my plans and do exactly
Yeah,
what
I was
I
gonna
wanted
say.
to do. And if he had a different idea, I'd be like, I'm going on my own, I'm sorry.
Do you
And I
think?
would
Do you think he has the power, like
No.
within himself, to remain that? Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Dude,
I
they're
was
in
gonna
the
say to
deep
be that
woods.
serious ever.
They're
Like,
in the deep
I can't
woods.
even imagine
It's
in
the
the
purge.
apocalypse or anything.
Yeah.
that Mizkif would be serious ever.
Matt's
ever.
like, I'm bored, and starts like cawing. He's like, I'm gonna find someone to chase us, and he's like, caw, until
Yep.
someone shows up.
No, I think he would just have different ideas than I would. He would want to, like, I don't know what he would want to do. I would want to hide. I would go into, like, the deep, deep woods and get as far away from people as possible. And if it was long enough, I would trap a bird and I would just, like, live on my own out there forever. But Matt would not be cool with that. He would try to figure something else out.
What do you mean trap a bird? Like for
why do
is
you
it
need a
for a
bird?
resource or is it for
For
yourself?
killing rabbits. So I could eat.
Oh, that's mean. That is just mean.
What?
She's in survival mode.
Okay.
No, that's what
Macaiyla.
falconry is. Falconry by definition is just hunting via a trained bird of prey. So I
I
would
didn't know that.
legitimately trap a red tail and I would try to hunt rabbits and I would live off of rabbits.
You can't just snap its neck. Aren't you gonna have
The
to share
red
the
tail?
food with the no with the rabbits? The
Wait, what do you
rabbits.
mean?
Like if
Yeah,
you
I would
capture
kill
a
it.
rabbit.
I would kill it before I ate it. What
No,
do you mean?
I'm so confused what this red tail's supposed to do.
They're a bird.
The red
bird.
tail kills the rabbit and then I eat it.
Yeah, I'm saying why can't you just kill a rabbit?
You
Aren't
want to
you-
go outside and find a rabbit and try to stab
Bro.
it? What are you gonna do?
That is
Yeah.
so
I
fun,
played
Macaiyla.
enough Ark Survival to know how
Oh
to trap
my
a
God.
fucking rabbit at this point.
Kayla would rather set a rabbit trap, grab it, and break its neck than just let
Have a
nature
bird
and let
do
the
it.
bird do it. I'm so confused right now.
How do you even
why
tell
Kayla
your
thinks that's a
bird?
better idea.
No, I don't think it's a better. How do you like get your bird to? Are you like just? Do you have it on a leash? How does it
No,
work?
you train it. You
So-
train. You can trap. You can. I mean, the falconry. You trap wild birds and you train them to hunt with you.
But these aren't regular birds, and they're falcons.
They're hawks or falcons.
Okay, I
yeah.
thought you were talking about like a cute ass blue jay or something.
Bro,
I
I said a red tail. A red
Yeah,
tail
she's thinking
hawk.
there's a red
don't know
version
what
of the blue
fuck
jay.
that is. I'm here sitting here thinking you're getting these small ass birds to kill the rabbit. I'm like,
Stupid.
how the fuck are you?
I'm not looking like singing Snow White's
I'm
song and just
listen,
having a
real
bunch of
quick.
birds come down for me.
I'm
I'm
like-
talking like a hawk.
Yeah,
Real quick.
I didn't know you were talking about a hog. I'm so
If
stupid.
the 5 of us had to survive together and it absolutely came down to it, the other 4 of us are eating Macaiyla because she offers
What the
absolutely
fuck?
nothing. She
want a
offers
hawk?
absolutely nothing
You're
in
gonna-
the survival
Okay,
department.
first of all, Maya, let's
we're
talk
better
about
off just using her
we're-
for food.
If
We're
we're being
eating
smart
Macaiyla.
here, how the fuck are you capturing a hawk to begin with? Do you have a little like? How are you
No,
getting this
literally,
hawk?
and you have to. Okay, you want me to actually walk you through
Yeah,
it?
I want to know how.
Okay,
Go into the
Fucking
forest.
hawk
How
kazoo.
do you get a hawk?
Ideally, you trap a hawk with a wire cage that has prey inside of it, and then you tie like
You're
fishing
the
line
prey,
on the top of
Macaiyla.
it, and the hawk gets its feet
you?
caught in the fishing line, right?
But listen to you. Where are you getting these materials in
Okay.
an apocalypse?
I
So
do that
that
underwater
doesn't
with
work.
fish.
Literally, all you have to do, trap a fish, trap a mouse, trap a rabbit, trap whatever. Tie it to a stake on the ground and tie not fishing line, like fishing line or string or whatever to that prey. Wait for a hawk to come down to it and then grab the hawk when it lands on it.
How do you grab a hawk?
By its legs.
What is wrong with what? I would die. Oh my god, I saw one driving today. These motherfuckers come fast as shit. Like, I
Yeah.
don't understand how you would grab that. But you know what? Whatever,
No,
Maya.
I guarantee you, if we were in that situation, if none of us could buy groceries, whatever, I could trap a hawk and train a hawk to hunt for people.
That sounds pretty cool.
Wait,
Can
that's
we just
all.
go do this for fun?
That's-
It's pretty
you
handy.
know, like
I want to fucking see this.
It's
Like,
pretty.
Macaiyla?
I mean, people do that.
Come visit me, and we'll go visit her, and she has birds and stuff.
I thought you don't want visitors because virus.
Bro, I just flew in from Europe. I just started quarantining 2 days ago. If you can get here like tomorrow, the day after.
Yeah, if you're
Jesus
serious,
crap.
I'll come down there any day. I thought you were
Malena's coming
paranoid
to
about
the
the
rehab
virus.
center.
Yeah, come on, I'll
Malena's
make you a
coming to
guest
meet
room.
everyone.
Go. I thought you guys were all quarantined.
No, and then when we're done with the quarantine, we can go visit Maya, or we
Yeah.
can wear masks. I don't care what Maya like. Maya, do you want us to wear masks?
At the center,
Oh,
yeah.
yes, I'll wear a mask, but I thought you were just completely. Because I remember last time you said you didn't want people at your house because you didn't want to get. Oh,
Well-
because you were visiting your mom and you didn't want to give it to her, right?
Yes, but the difference
Okay.
is now is that we've all stayed very, very quarantined because of Chance goes to see his mom every week. But he can't do that right now because I came back from Europe. But I came from Europe like 3 days ago, so he can't see her for like 2 weeks anyway. So if you want to come, now is the perfect time.
I actually would. I might,
Do it.
actually. I have Halloween off of work.
Wow.
oh
Maybe
yeah,
we'll
Macaiyla has a job now. She can't just travel whenever she wants.
Well, I'm gonna
You're
keep
so
that in mind.
fucking dumb. Quit that
Shut
shit
up.
and start streaming.
$11
Shut
an
up,
hour.
shut up.
Fucking dumbass. Imagine working a normal fucking job when you can
It
stream
is
and we're
good.
just making OnlyFans.
Like it's money. It's money is money. Okay, money is money. I'm not
Bitch,
sponsored.
I know how much
okay?
you're making from that job, and you make 10 times more in one day with OnlyFans.
I'm not making it
Dude,
OnlyFans
Malena
ever.
wants to see your
That's
coochie
I know
so
you're thinking
bad.
about it because earlier you were like, if you make an OnlyFans,
I
I will
said-
make an OnlyFans.
Yeah, like I'm saying that like that would probably never happen in a million years type of situation. Like I don't ever expect that to happen. I'm not ever making an OnlyFans. If you make one, sure, but I would like I'm saying the odds of you ever even making one would be like 1%, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
Bro, I'm gonna make one just so you can make one. I'm gonna delete mine,
okay,
and then
you're
you'll
so
flourish.
toxic. I'm not ever making an OnlyFans. I'm just not.
Oh, my dog is so mad. Okay, next question. The The next question is, if you were to be any of like the famous like horror movie murderers or whatever, which one would you be?
A murderer?
Ooh,
Yeah, like if you
movies?
like Jason or like Freddy Krueger or
Mm.
like Chucky, like, you know.
Saw.
What? Why?
Yeah, because they have to like solve problems and stuff, you know?
But he dies.
Oh, maybe the better question is if you were a character in one of the movies.
No, the character's always fucking dumb. There's barely any
Well,
movies
well,
where
you're not the character, but like who is the villain in your movie? Who is the Halloween villain in your movie? Which one do you think you could take on?
Oh,
Like, could you take on Saw, Adept? Do you think you could figure out the puzzle?
I mean, if I had to go with this squad, yeah, because I think we're all pretty smart and handy and shit.
I'm not down. Fuck that.
I would
Um,
never.
I mean, I don't think we would have
Wait,
a
what's the
choice.
question?
If
Like-
you are you're in a scary movie, who is the murderer that you think you could take on?
I couldn't take on anyone. I'm dead.
Because we all ate Macaiyla.
Literally. I don't.
Someone's the Scream guy, and I think that's true because it was just like a kid in a mask, right? Like killing all his friends or some shit. Ghostface?
Oh,
Mm.
yeah, from the comedy scary movie or whatever.
No, all of them. Like, there's an actual scary movie, right?
I thought they were
called
all
Scream.
comedy movies.
No,
Oh,
there's
Scream.
a movie called
Okay.
Scream.
Okay. I forgot. I totally forgot.
Is Taken a scary movie?
I mean, aren't
That's
they
it.
abducted?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. That could be an option.
Yeah, I'd do that. And then whenever I got forced to suck someone's dick, I just fucking bite it off and beat the shit out of them and run.
I was
Take
gonna
their
say that
torches.
earlier when we were talking about that, but Felix's mom was down here, so I didn't want to talk about.
Oh,
biting dicks off.
pretend to suck their dick and then bite it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Guys don't realize how much power we have when we're down there.
Yeah. You're
I'm just like,
vulnerable.
oh my god, you're like so hot. Like, oh my gosh, I want to suck your dick and just bite as hard as just bite it until it literally comes off.
I was like, why is
Ah.
Adept serenading me right now? What's going on?
Good idea. Great idea, Adept. So you would suck Scream's dick?
No, I'm saying earlier, our earlier combos when we were trapped, when we were abducted, I just be like, wow, like you're so hot. I couldn't have been, you know,
Yeah.
stolen by anyone hotter. Like, and then just kill him.
Yeah, okay. Macaiyla, you would just die in whatever horror movie
I
you were in.
mean, I'm a fast runner, so anyone that like I can outrun, which would I don't know how many serial killers are killers are fast.
I feel like they're fast.
I'm a cross country runner, so I can run. I'm not like stopping like those girls like like I can run like I could run 5 miles without stopping. So I'd probably survive. I'd say Jason, I guess.
Yeah, you just
If
run.
anything, I'd run into the water. He doesn't like water because of his past or whatever is traumatized.
They said Jason can teleport though.
Oh, Michael Myers
Teleport
is
in the
slow,
water.
apparently.
Yeah.
I'd climb a tree.
From who?
I don't
Maya?
know.
What?
I would climb
All
a
of them.
tree and just sit there and hope that nobody sees me.
Maya, how do you get down then? Are you gonna stay there the
Climb
entire
down.
time?
What?
So what if that person waits for you? What if the killer waits at the tree forever for you to get down? You're
Well,
gonna just
they
sit
gotta
up there
climb
forever?
the tree to get me.
Okay.
Who can last the longest without food and water? Me, bitch. I
Oh
can climb
my
the tree.
god. She's gonna start taming a fucking hawk in the tree, I swear to god. Like, actually.
She'll just trap a bird in the tree and they'll go after Chucky.
Yeah.
Who's down
Yeah.
at the bottom of the tree trying to climb up.
True.
Yep.
Malena, what
Oh
about
yeah.
you? What about you? What murderer, what's like scary movie murderer do you think you could take?
I don't watch scary movies.
Oh, good point. I mean, I don't either. I just like know some of them.
Okay, which one would you take on?
I don't know. I feel like I would lose regardless. It's weird because I think of like The Shining. Like I feel like a ghost isn't as bad as like a murderer. Because like at least with the, because a ghost isn't gonna kill you, but a murderer is.
mean a ghost isn't? What ghost movies are you watching where the ghost doesn't kill someone?
Does a ghost
True.
kill people? Do ghosts kill people?
I mean,
Yes.
are we watching Casper, the friendly
Yeah,
ghost?
Dude,
Casper is my ghost.
A scary movie.
There we go.
Casper's
That
not
movie's kind of scary.
No.
Casper.
That's
okay.
a scary ass movie. There's a ghost in it. It counts.
Well, ghosts can ghosts. No, I'm not saying demons. Ghosts can still throw objects and do shit. Like that doesn't mean they're demons.
Not
Like,
Casper. That's my homie.
what ghost is friendly?
He's not.
Cutie
throwing shit.
literally
Casper.
said The Shining as if the guy's been breaking down the fucking wall with an axe to kill the girl that's behind the door.
I've never
What are
seen
you
The Shining.
talking
I've never
about?
seen The
Oh
Shining.
my
I've never seen
God.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, is it scary?
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
It's just creepy.
don't
It's
think
Like,
a
Shining's
thriller.
that
It's more.
scary.
It's more of like a thrill. I mean, it's scary if you had to live through it, is what I mean. But the movie itself, like, you're not getting scared watching it.
Oh, okay.
Here's
I'm trying to
Shining.
think of. Yeah, I don't know. I choose Casper. That movie scares me. That movie gives me nightmares. Or it did as a kid. Not I haven't seen it since I was a kid. But so yeah, Casper's a great choice.
Casper, cute.
Okay. This is a. We already know Macaiyla's though, so I don't know if this works. But like horror stories from the bedroom.
Macaiyla.
Well, yeah, you guys heard mine and the horror story of Tyler and me, the accidental anal slip.
That's
Those are two
what. Well, that's what I thought it was the accidental
Oh.
anal slip. Is there
Do you have
another
another
one?
No, I mean, I've just seen like demons in my room like while I'm awake before. I've seen like I've
No,
had a
it's-
dream where it was my birthday and I saw like a red moon and I
You
was
see why
running-
we
Like-
just eat her? It's her only purpose. Like,
like,
you
I'm
see?
not- like
She
I
doesn't. Everything goes.
We're gonna eat her.
Wait, you saw a red moon?
I saw a red moon in my dream. I wrote this in my dream journal, and then not the next day, like when I went on vacation for my birthday, like how it happened in my dream, I saw the exact same thing in my dream while I was out to eat on my 21st or on one of my birthdays. Like the event that was in my dream, I saw actually happen in real life. It only happened one time, but that's like the creepiest thing that's probably ever happened to me. And it
Yeah.
happened on my birthday, so I thought it was a fucking sign that like I'm possessed or some shit. But yeah, that's really that's not
That's
interesting.
your bedroom horror story.
I mean, it's scary because like, why would anything in my dream ever come to life? Why? That makes me think. What if something else happens one day? Like, what if my dreams become real one day?
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. Anal was the hardest.
It did
story,
happen
okay?
in your bedroom.
I bled for like 3 days. It hurt. There you go. That's my bedroom horror story.
Dude,
Imagine
that's
crying
bad.
over dick. Like, just, God, that was terrible. I thought I was gonna be hospitalized. Whatever. Someone else speak. Get off this topic.
Malena.
Every day.
I don't know. I don't have anything, and also I don't like talking about these things. I just respect it.
No, a
so-
horror.
No,
you don't
like a
actually
bed-
mean anything scary, right?
Like
That was
anal.
just Macaiyla.
Like literally
like-
anal. Macaiyla
like the
just didn't know the
worst-
question.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't think of anything right now because I've been thinking about everything else that's like ghost scary things that just give me chills and stuff. So no, I don't
Cutie-
have any. I don't have any bleeding out of my ass stories like Macaiyla does right now.
It was a horror story. You don't have any horror stories with Nick in the bedroom? Oh, I can say like, that wasn't a horror story for you. Never mind. I don't know if you've said that.
Oh.
Never mind.
Okay.
Never mind. Sorry.
Great.
I'll message you.
Cutie, why don't you start and give an example so that
Okay.
the question's more understood?
Message me, Macaiyla.
Great.
It's not even a horror story. It's just disgusting.
Oh my.
I feel like she's just talking about Nick's liquid farts or some shit.
Ew.
I think I don't know. I've never really had like random sex, so I don't have like bad stories like that, and I don't.
Did you read it?
Hold
It's not
on,
even bad.
Did you message me where?
On Discord. It's not even bad. Oh, now it's too intense. Someone speak.
I was hoping I would have. I was Maya. You go. I'm thinking.
I don't have any like crazy. I don't have any like horror ones, like scary ones. I mean, like my hymen was torn with fingering, and neither of us knew what that meant. So he thought that he just like destroyed my inside. I guess. But that I guess that's kind of like gory.
What?
That was when I was like 16 or 17.
Oh my god.
That was like a lot. That was pretty scary. But other than that, no gore. My friend, her boyfriend, will take her tampon out with his teeth.
Enough.
Ew.
Okay,
No!
innocent. What am I hearing right now?
What kind of friends do you have? My god.
They're getting married. No, she's like,
Man,
she's
that's
like,
what
yeah,
you
if
do
I'm
to
on
get a
my
wife.
period, he just takes it out like while she told me one time, she's like, he'll eat me out when I'm on my period, and I was like, what do you mean? And I was like, what if you have like a tampon in or something? And she's like, he takes it out. And I was like, with his hands? And she's like, no, like with his teeth.
I imagine the tampon like coming out with his teeth and just flopping down and hitting his chin.
Stop! Who eats someone out on their period?
Wow.
Yeah, well, he
Ew.
loves her.
Ew,
That's
that is
not
actually
love.
disgusting.
That's not love. That's an illness. That's some sort of
That's
illness.
crazy.
That's not love. That's beyond.
so
it.
fucking gross.
that
Also,
is actual,
a
like-
girl to
like
be like
period
down with
fetish.
that is crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. I would freak the fuck out. I'd be so
Okay, no,
uncomfortable.
listen. I give a little bit more benefit of the doubt to the girl because, like, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm on my period, it's like 10 times like more of a sex drive. So
Yeah.
I get it, like, you know, she's all hormonal on her period or something, and it's like, fuck yeah, I just want to have sex. But like, I would not be okay with a guy like taking my tampon out with his teeth.
Also,
That's
it
so
could be
self-conscious.
like the day.
But it's not even about self-conscious. I'm like, why are you just like, I don't get it. Like, you know that's period, but like, that's just too far for me.
That's disgusting. Maya, how are you so nice and you hang out with these people?
My best friend in high school listened only to like heavy metal. Half of her hair was dyed, like literally like the middle part, half of it was dyed pink. She was like, she swore a ton, did a bunch of drugs. She was the complete opposite of me. I don't know what to tell you.
It's
someone in chat.
interesting.
I swore to myself.
Ooh.
Someone in chat said something funny there. He said blood is gross, but all these girls take loads down their throat.
Ew. Fair.
True.
But that's not the
Yeah.
same. Though.
That's
You
not
don't walk
even
around with like
Somewhat
a
close.
you don't walk around with like a fucking tampon soaking up your semen for hours, and then someone drags it out with their teeth. That's
You guys want to lick a
I
woman's
mean-
blood out of her
But-
pussy?
It's not even that. It's like the blood happens because your freaking vaginal walls are like dying and shedding off. That's what
Right.
the fuck he's eating. Like,
Yeah.
that's not
Here.
even close to semen. That's like the semen is equivalent to just a woman getting wet. That's the equivalent. Not
Oh,
your
so
uterus
gross.
is it's shedding out.
And some women have like heavy periods, chunky periods,
Yeah.
blotchy, like full disgust.
was
Like,
waiting
He's
for
probably
someone to
chewing
talk
on the
about
blood
it.
clots like
I
freaking
don't
gum.
imagine a blood clot or whatever in your like a clot
I
of blood
don't
in your
want
mouth.
to.
Like, why would anyone be interested in that?
Ew.
It's not even chewy. It's slimy. It's slimy, man. It's period blood. It's blood. You're licking blood. Who wants that? I'm judging you people who have that fetish. I'm sorry. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's not like ketchup. Ew.
mute the streams. Everyone mute. I don't want to listen to this anymore either. Oh my
Ew,
fucking
that
Oh my
kid-
god, you made me think that something was bad. I was like, okay, I have to mute.
Oh no. I meant the people watching us. 'Cause
Yeah,
if I
you
listen
guys
to Kayla right now, I'd throw up.
Dude, like look at
That
They
that.
need to
I
know.
don't think. Listen, Maya. I don't think anything can compare to that story. Like,
Yeah, that is a
no,
horror
nothing
story.
compares
Well, it's
to
not even
that.
a story though. It's something that they still
It's
do.
their
they're,
real
they're
life.
engaged. Yeah, they do it. It's not like it happened once.
To be
It's-
honest, the fact that they're both okay with that, they
Yeah, they're
have
meant
no
for each
other
other.
choice but like there's no other choice but to get married to each other because that's
Fair.
I hope
Yeah.
they don't have kids. No offense.
That's
It is-
mean, Kayla.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
I don't,
mean,
I
Macaiyla.
don't mean a failed pregnancy or anything. I hope they're not.
That
Never.
doesn't cross anyone's mind.
next topic,
Never
next
mind.
Kayla,
topic.
stop talking.
I'm
Next
sorry. I'm sorry. You know, people probably say the same thing about me and Tyler, so whatever.
Just some stans say that. There's just some stan that's like obsessed with Tyler. That's like, oh, I hope they never get married. She's too blah blah blah.
Mm.
I think everyone has. I mean, I think we all have somebody who says that about us.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. 100%.
Every fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, Malena goes in the kitchen and Greek is like, I wish you wouldn't touch Nick. I want him all to myself.
Yeah, it's more like chat because we stay together every day.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yep.
Yeah.
single day.
Okay. Any other bedroom horror stories?
Did you say one, cutie?
I can't think of one. Someone in my
Has-
chat said, say it, cutie, you know which one? And I was like, I don't know which one.
He's watching you. Oh no.
That guy keeps tabs on you.
Mm-hmm.
Ludwig?
No, the guy in your chat.
Oh, the guy who said that. I was like, I don't think...
Sometimes Chad just remembers the stuff we say. Like,
Yeah.
it just sticks with them differently. Like,
I also could have made something up. I do that a lot. I make up a lot of fake stories sometimes.
don't say that because the whole time you tell stories, my chat just goes fake story. They can't believe you have all these stories.
Oh my god, no! None of the stories I've ever told you guys. I'm saying fake story, like I'll be like, I went to the grocery store today, and I'm like, and I couldn't find any potatoes there. That's why I'm 2 hours late because I had to go to 4 grocery stores. When in reality, I already have potatoes, and I didn't need to go to the store. So that's what I meant.
Mm.
Great, very convincing, you guys. Okay, weirdest date stories. Have any of you ever gone on a weird date?
No.
Oh god, I've never told this because it was so fucking embarrassing. But I went on a date. This guy was like a little bit older. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, he was a little bit older, like almost 30 or some shit. I don't even know. I was in my 20s. But I just went on the date because I like felt so bad. And I remember like he was late. And so I was just gonna fucking leave like right then and there. But I don't know what was going on with me. I just felt like an asshole because I could tell he was like a nice guy or whatever. And then while we were on the date, he had like some issue with his hand. So his hand didn't move and it just like stayed like this at all times, like 24/7. And like
What the?
it was just such a disaster because like now it's like, oh great, now he's gonna think I don't want to talk to him because it's his hand, but I don't even want to be here to begin with, you know? And it was just like so much shit adding up, and I think it was like the worst day I've ever been on in my life, and I just should not have even gone. Like, never go on a date
Hold
with
my
someone out of
hand,
pity
dude.
ever. Never go on a date with someone out of pity or anything. Like, I don't know what was happening. I've never been like that. Like, I
Oh my
usually don't have
God.
feelings for men that like, you know, don't take rejection. And it wasn't even that. I don't even know. I was just there.
Where'd you meet him?
I think we met at the car wash because I used to get my car wash once a week.
Mm. Okay.
And I think I was scared to, honestly, I was scared to see him again because like I faithfully had my car washed there because I like my car to be washed a certain way, and I was only going there, and like I don't even know.
That's so. What a weird place to meet someone, though. I would
Yeah,
never
true.
expect a car wash. I know you have to sit and wait in there sometimes,
Mhm.
but I would just never expect.
Yeah,
Do
it was like an
people-
outdoor sitting space.
Do people
That's-
talk to you guys at the gas station, like while you're pumping gas?
I
Yes.
don't talk
Yeah.
to nobody there.
Like if you
Mm-mm.
stand outside your car instead of getting back in your car when your gas is pumping, dude, people are so annoying at the gas station. It's crazy.
It's weird. It's
That's
just.
a place for creeps.
Yeah.
honestly.
I will say I never realized how like scary it can be to go to gas stations. Like I've gone on many road trips by myself, like multiple like 8+ hour road trips. And it wasn't until I was driving here, actually this time around, is during like all the COVID shit and like riots were just starting and like there was just kind of like a lot going on in the world. And I was like, it's very scary because I remember I was in the middle of nowhere at a gas station and I needed to pee really badly and I could have gone in by myself to pee and I was like, no, I shouldn't even do that. So I ended up like pulling over on my drive and like peeing on the side of the road because it felt
Oh my
safer than
God.
going into a gas station. Is that crazy?
No, I same
No.
thing. Like literally, some of my worst encounters with people are at gas stations. Like I just don't fuck with gas stations.
Same.
And that's like this might sound old school, but it has a lot to do with like don't ever try to fucking hit on me at a gas station if you're not even gonna pump my fucking gas. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like I just need someone who's aware of like how actually shit gas stations are for women because we have to endure so much harassment there. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. And just a tip, what I do is I go to the like a 24-hour drive-through or something and I ask them for a cup and I'll pee in the cup and then throw the cup out. Like dump the cup out.
I've never
Instead of
sucks.
peeing on the side of the road.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds better, but like I just had this moment. Like, do you ever have those moments where you just have like bad feeling and you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, I was about to go in that gas station. I like looked around me and it felt like time was like slow and it just felt like people were staring at me and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Like, I'm not gonna pee here. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
It got like super creepy.
I
But
hate that. I hate
yeah,
pumping gas.
now I know.
I don't know why guys like get the courage to come up to women while they're pumping their gas. I'm not sure what makes them feel like confident and not creepy about doing that.
Dude, our conversations right now is why guys are scared to hit on girls because we
Yeah,
sound like
true.
we're just
Yeah,
fucking
that's
hating them.
true.
But that's
But they
not
don't-
the actual reality, though. It's just it's a time and a place to see if the situation is real, if you should actually go talk to a girl or not. But if she's like minding her business, hair up in a bun, looks like she's busy, just don't.
But also, I mean, you do have to realize that most of the interactions we have with these like guys that frighten us or harass us, they're always like older dudes, like fucking covered in dirt because they're like working their jobs and trying to cheat on their fucking wives or whatever it is. I don't know, but it's like you don't fit that. So I don't know. I know that what we're saying is harsh, but it usually doesn't fit most of you. But like Malena said, if they just look busy and they're avoiding all contact and eye contact with you, just don't bother them. They're avoiding eye contact with you for a reason.
Yeah, I think there's a time and a place.
Yeah.
Like,
Not a fucking gas station, man.
But hey, if you think that you shouldn't let a conversation like this stop you from shooting your shot. But there's a time and a place.
I mean, what do you even say while someone's pumping their gas?
I don't know.
What?
If you someone like, let's say you didn't know Tyler. Tyler parked his car next to you. Didn't walk from the other side of the gas station to talk to you. He saw you. He think you were cute, and then you were both like, he liked your car. He could be like, "Hey, nice car," and then depending on what you respond, you'll open with a conversation. If you just say thank you and turn away, don't want to start a conversation. You're like, "Oh, thanks. Yeah, I just got this. Yada yada yada." Like, see, like you have to read the situation and have some social awareness.
If anyone ever pulls up to me, like I did it yesterday, someone pulled up to my car yesterday and I instantly left. Like, I hate when they do that. I hate when guys pull up next to you. Like, what the fuck do they think is gonna happen right now?
Wait, where?
What the fuck?
Where?
I went to
You sound so paranoid.
I drove 30 minutes to go to the store and someone drove like I was getting ready to park and someone drove up next to the car and wanted to talk like in the middle of a parking lot just randomly. They saw
that's
me through
never happened to me.
like it's happened multiple times to me and I don't know why they do that. Like I hate when people pull up to my car. I instantly drive away and park somewhere else. It's just so fucking weird. I don't know the
Okay,
incentive of doing
one
that.
thing I
Like,
hate is like You guys ever get stopped at like a red light and then the guy next to you is just like sitting there like this, like just straight up just
Like
staring
waiting for you to
at
talk to them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so a tip that I have for this is you always stop like pretty far from the car in front of you, like at least a car length and a half. And you stop at first to where they would stop as close to they could get to whatever point, whether it's the line or the person in front of them. So you like bait them to line up with you, but to where they can't move further, and then you prepare to move further. That way, you like even if they're staring at you, you can't even see them. Like you get out of their LOS. That's what I do every time.
I do that.
Or just act
Yeah.
possessed.
Or just act possessed.
It scares them off every time. I've learned.
But, like, I
I've
just
said I
wanna-
was gay at bars a bunch of times in my life. You
Why?
guys ever done that?
do that?
Like
Yeah.
with a girl? Like with a girl that you're with, just be like, that's my girlfriend.
Yeah, of course.
And then they're like, oh shit, sorry.
I've never done
Oh,
that.
I did that with Macaiyla.
You did? Oh,
Yeah.
a guy tried hitting on me in a gay bar.
Yes.
I was like,
And I
"Where's
was
the
like,
gay
I was
bar?
like, hey, do you know what bar this is? This is my girlfriend. I remember.
Yeah, I was like, why
I
is
just
that-
thought of a
remember that.
memory in my head.
Why? What the fuck? Yeah, that was
I just
so-
remember that now.
I just remember that too. You like grabbed me or something, or like
Yes, you
hugged
were-
me,
no,
or
he would-
started.
He came up to our table. We were all sitting around having drinks. He came up and sat right next to you, and he tried to bring you a drink or something. And I was like, I put my arm around you, and I looked over. I was like, hey, yeah, do you know which bar we're in, or something like that? Seriously, I remember it now.
Nice.
Maya was there too. That's where I met Maya for the first time.
Dude,
Mhm.
oh, that was the first bar that I went to. You're right. We went to a gay bar.
Mm-hmm.
Good shit.
That was fun. I want to go back.
Yeah.
Okay, have anybody ever been in like a scary accident? Like you broke your hand or anything like that?
I drove an ATV into a barbed wire fence and my neck went between two barbs, and so I got like this really bad burn on my neck because I got the throttle and the brake mixed up. So, yeah,
Oh.
that's the worst accident I've ever had.
Wow.
Uh,
Fuck.
I've had two, well, not like broken, but in elementary school, I got really mad at my mom on the way to school when she was driving me, and I slammed the door, and my entire hand got caught in the door.
Oh,
I've done that.
So imagine being as mad as you can and slamming the door. I instantly like had to go to the hospital because I couldn't move, but nothing broke. I don't know how, but nothing broke. I just got bandages or something. It was terrible. And then, not this didn't break as well, but my foot for cross country practice, I didn't have the right size shoes. So I wore my mom's size like 6, and I'm an 8.5 or 9. And I ran for like 2 hours, and my toenail came off at the end of practice.
oh my god.
Like fully fell off.
Yeah.
It was
I'm
disgusting.
sorry. That's actually funny.
It hurt. Like, well, I didn't notice it until I took off my sock. Or no, I didn't wear socks that day either because I didn't have socks. I just
That's
ran-
the worst part.
I ran cross country in small ass shoes, and then my toenail came off. It was disgusting. Feet look so weird without like a
A
nail on.
toenail.
Yeah.
It's like a little fucking like that. That's a toe without a toenail. Adept, do you have anything?
I mean, no. I mean, I've been in like a car accident, but it wasn't that scary because we have this like really old car, but it was my parents' first car, so they will not get rid of it. And
Felix remembers.
yeah, and the brakes were, or it was either the brakes or the tires or something, but we like pushed on the brakes and it just skid. Like my dad was like 3 car lengths behind this truck, but it just skid all the way. So we're like, oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna crash. Yeah, we're hitting that
Oh
for
my
sure. If they
God.
don't move, we're just crashing. And it sucked because it was like a lifted truck, so it was just like we were just going straight into the tailgate. But thankfully, like the front of the car hit their car in time to where like we didn't just like go into the tailgate of it. But nothing, I can't remember anything scary, so it couldn't have been that scary.
I don't know. I don't know if I should talk about broken bones or car accidents. I've been in like 3 car accidents. Chance was a driver in one of them, and then we were in one last year. You know I-35 on Austin, Adept, and Maya, the one with all the big trucks.
Mhm.
We drove all the way on the right in a 3-lane road, and someone was stuck in traffic, and they were really annoyed that they were stuck in traffic, and they got cut off. So they just, without using their blinker, they just swerved out in front of us. We were going 65 miles an hour, and hit the side of our car, and it pushed us into a lane. There was a big truck there, but that was in Chance's Jeep, who still hasn't been fixed. So that was really fucking scary. But like the worst thing that's ever happened to me, like the most painful thing, is I went skiing, twin tipping, and as I fell, I got my ski stuck in the snow, like directly down in the snow, and my whole body twisted around, and my leg was just in the snow still, and I broke my ankle in 3 different spots.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Like
Oh.
my leg was like left behind while my body just spun.
Damn.
I'm cringing so hard thinking about it right now.
Ugh.
Did they? Oh, sorry.
I don't have anything like that. Like I haven't broken a bone.
I haven't
Malena,
either.
did they have to come and did you like? How did you get help? Like
For
were you with a group
with
skiing?
with my leg?
Yeah, like when were you skiing on a mountain?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
skiing down a mountain with like ski
Yeah.
lifts and stuff.
So were you
It
with a
was
group? Like, how did you get help?
I wasn't with a
This-
group. I was with my stepmother at the time. She was trying to teach me how to ski for the first time. She had a panic attack because she realized that I broke my leg, and now she was gonna get blamed for taking me skiing first time. She started freaking out. I was just laying there fucking screaming, and then some people came down the hill. They skied down the hill, and there was like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And then they called for help, and then the snow scooter came and picked me up, like an ambulance snow
Oh
scooter.
my god.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, like how you got back down, because
Yeah, and it picked me up, and it brought me to like a first responder hut or whatever, and they were like, "Yeah, she has to go to the hospital." But this was on a Sunday, and everything in Norway's closed on Sunday, so we had to go to like the hospital in the city. So I had to drive for like fucking 3 hours before I could get help with like broken bones just grinding against each other in the car, like bumpy
Ow.
fucking road.
Ugh.
I can't imagine.
It was
You
terrible.
ugh, you just reminded me actually. I don't know who mentioned something about like whatever, but it the scariest like health, I guess, experience I had was a big compilation of things, but to put it short because it's a very long story. I had gotten appendicitis and my appendix ruptured.
Ugh.
And so they had to do surgery to, get everything out. And I went home on an all liquid diet, started getting very, very sick. And I came in like a few days later and they were like, okay, there's abscesses in your abdomen. So we're either going to go through your uterine wall and suck them out, or we're going to go through your butt cheek through this or that, and then we're going to suck them out. And they wanted to know if I was like a virgin or not. And I was like, okay, no, I'm not. So please just go the more direct route, which is through my vagina.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was very stressful. And I
What?
was like, it was very, very stressful. And I was really scared. And so they bring me to like this room. And I'm like, I'm on my period. Like, you guys are going to be able to do all that? And they're like, yeah. Like, to them, what the fuck is a
Yeah.
period? And I just remember like seeing the thing and they were about to give me like an ultrasound. And I just passed the fuck out. And I woke up like hours later and I looked down and there was blood everywhere, like all over the seat. And I was like, oh my God, like, I'm like, did I die? And I'm just like looking around and they're like, okay, you're all done. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I'm done. Everything's okay. And they're like, yeah, it's fine. And I'm like, and I like couldn't breathe because I was so scared. And I had to have a tube coming out of that hole into a bag through my vagina, like in a bag out here. And the day they came to like take it out, she's like, "Don't worry, it's like not gonna hurt." And it was so uncomfortable. And like my dad was the only person there at the time, and I was like, "Dad, just don't look that way. Just hold my hand and like close your eyes." And so the lady came and she had to like just yank that thing out of my uterus. And it was just one really strong, like painful thing like out of the wall.
Oh.
And just
Ew.
that whole experience is like a whole, and that was only the second half. Like the first half was tragic. So that was definitely the scariest like thing of an accident, I guess you can call it.
Wait, so you said you passed out, right? Did you pass out from anesthesia, or did you pass out?
No, I think they had to give me actually no, there was no anesthesia because what they were doing was they were just going in with a like really big needle. So I literally was just out cold. Because I wasn't in an operating room. I was just in a room, like
Oh my
had
god,
like a medical
that's
bed.
so fucked if you just passed out and they're like, yeah, now's our shot. She's asleep.
No,
Let's just yoink them out. That's so fucked.
But that's how I've been my whole life because like even when I get my teeth done and stuff, I just go to sleep because I don't want to like sit there and think about everything they're doing. It's like a mechanism that I have. I just sleep. Like no, I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm just going to sleep.
That's handy.
You can instantly make yourself sleep.
When I'm very high stress, I can just fall asleep. It doesn't matter where I'm at. I'm just like, okay, so I'm gonna take a nap. Just do whatever you got to do, and I just go to sleep.
Dude, Adept during the apocalypse, dude, just like nap.
Yeah, never mind. Adept is off our team. We're eating you, Adept.
Yeah, Adept goes first. Macaiyla can run for supplies for 5 miles.
Yeah, if we wanted to talk about horror, we should have just talked about like fucking getting a pap smear. Like
seriously,
Jesus Christ, the most
getting
painful
a what?
thing
I'm surprised I didn't sleep through that.
A pap smear?
What's that?
You've never got a pap smear?
What? I don't know the
It's
English
a
word
cervical
for
exam.
it.
It's just to check the inside of your cervix.
It's when they go, you know, you're at the gynecologist, they go in with the clamp and they pinch a piece of your cervix and then they pull it out and then they take a wire brush and scrape it.
It's to check see if you have any
wire?
I've never done that. That's
no, it's a wire brush.
Really? I've
Yeah.
never done the one Cutie's talking about.
That's a pap smear.
I'm not gonna have someone put a toilet brush on my cervix.
You're gonna need to
Well,
do.
they don't go through your cervix. They just
brush
take
it.
tissue samples from around it.
You're gonna eventually have to do it because you can get cancer and shit. Like
exactly, that's what that is. That's to check for cancer. But an actual pap smear is just a rubbing of the cotton swab like down there, and they just take
I've been
sample
to the
from that.
gynecologist, but I haven't. No one stuck no fucking metal brush in my.
Have you ever had a
Snooty
clamp
tube.
down there? Have they ever opened up your pussy before?
Ow.
With the metal.
I didn't look, but I went to the
hurts so
gynecologist. So I
bad.
must assume.
Ow. Ugh.
Well, that's how they check you for cancer.
Did you guys cry during your first one? I was so scared. I was just crying the whole time.
My first one was at Planned Parenthood.
What?
Mine was like my senior year of college, so.
Why the fuck? Why would you?
But Cutie, yours kind of had to be because your parents.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Yeah.
My parents were Mormon. I didn't have like a doctor. I didn't know what else to do, so I went to Planned Parenthood and they gave me birth control and it was awesome.
Nice.
Oh, I thought you went to Planned Parenthood only for one reason, but okay.
No,
that's
Planned
what a lot of
Parenthood
people
is all
think.
vaginal
Actually,
health and shit.
a lot of
I
people
got
think
tested
that
at Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood is very, very helpful for people who couldn't get help otherwise, and a lot of people don't know that. They're just like
definitely
Planned
more
Parenthood
scary than
abortion.
ghost
It's
stories.
like, no, yeah, I know. Honestly, like women's health and safety in public definitely scarier.
My gynecologist could not find my cervix. Like
What?
mine is more pushed. Like every girl's cervix is not like directly in the middle for the most part. Like sometimes it's like moved or something. So she had to really open me up. And what makes it even more awkward is that she's like telling me about this, like having a hard time finding it, and then she instantly, I'm not trying to be weird, but she's like, "You're just so tight down there, like like you're so tiny. It's very hard to look. Like you're so."
Wow, what a cool compliment from your gyno. Your gyno's like, damn, you're just so tight down here.
I swear to, who the fuck says that while they're inside of me? Like, I didn't know if that was a compliment or like I should be worried or concerned that she can't find my fucking cervix right now. Like,
That's the definition of a weird flex.
what?
And that's the story of Macaiyla and Johnny Sins, dude.
No, Joel, it's so fucking. That was literally my first experience. It was so awkward for me. I wanted to cry. I'm like, who says that? I don't know what to think of that.
I found out when I went to Planned Parenthood for the first time that I had vaginismus. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's involuntary spasms of your vagina muscle. So like all day my vagina's doing Kegels and I don't know about it.
Ooh.
So it's strong.
It sounds great, but it used to be so bad that you couldn't get anything in it at all. Like not a tampon, not anything.
That's usually the problem people have with that is
Yeah.
they can't have sex because it's like
and
it's
it
not
hurts like
happening.
hell, and it's just like you literally can't get any like, and so you have to get dilators. And so I'd have to go to the gyno, and they would just like put in a dilator. Like first it was like the size of like a pinky finger, and then like the size of like a carrot or whatever, and they just like work their way up. But holy shit, it was so painful and uncomfortable. And then eventually you could buy your own. You could buy your own dilators. But holy shit, it was just like.
Do you still have to do it or what? Like, did it go away?
It goes away. Yeah, it's mostly mental. It goes away after like you stretch it out, and then like if you don't have sex for a while, it'll get really tight again and bad. But yeah, so it can come back if it's like weird.
So make sure Ludwig has sex with you then. Make sure he's not
Cutie
slacking.
has to be prepared for sex. She's like, oh, so you want sex today? That's tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
let me
okay, you have
stretch.
to
Let
wait
me
till
stretch.
tomorrow.
No, it's not as bad as it used to be. It definitely is. It's definitely gotten better. But yeah, just because when you're stressed all the time, it's like your body's way of being like. Rah, rah. Plus, I was like raised Mormon, and so like as a Mormon, nothing should ever touch your vagina ever unless you want to create a baby right then and there. Yeah.
Oh,
Yikes.
I forgot. I keep forgetting you're Mormon. Or
I'm not. Yeah.
Worm, whatever. Mm-hmm.
Rude.
There are Mormons that literally won't have sex unless they're trying to conceive.
Wow.
Like they don't believe in sex for pleasure. Yeah.
I couldn't even do that if I wanted to. Like, you know, people make New Year's resolutions and you're just like, oh, like I'm not gonna like touch anything down there. Like it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Need some action.
Okay, well that was fun. We are just about to wrap up. Let's do one last cute, lighthearted question. Everybody's favorite Halloween movie or favorite Halloween memory, or both of those things.
Do I have to start again?
I can start while you guys think, since obviously I need this
start, go
question.
ahead.
My favorite Halloween movie, I think, is Halloween Town on the Disney Channel. I don't know why, but I fucking love that movie. I love movies where there's like goals that they need to accomplish. So the fact that they're like making the potion or whatever, and they have to go, no matter, and there's a big theme to it, like everything's themed and it's like Halloween, and I don't know, it's really cute. I've always loved Halloween Town. So Halloween Town's like forever my favorite Halloween movie. And then my favorite memory would probably be what I talked about. My mom was like a big traditions person. So we'd make clam chowder every Halloween, and spud nuts, which are just donuts, and then homemade root beer. And then my dad would take us trick-or-treating. So that was my favorite. I loved trick-or-treating with my dad. And then we would always take pillow bags instead of jack-o'-lanterns. We'd have pillow bags and trick-or-treat with the pillow bags. And then we had like neighborhood friends, and we'd all go to their house afterwards, and we would do what we called the market. And so everyone would pour their candy out and sort it. And then once the market started, you could start like trading your candy. And I loved bubble gum, and I like hated Butterfinger. And so I'd like trade my Butterfingers for bubble gum, and it was like sick.
That's so cute.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I like that.
It was cute. It was fun.
Mm.
My favorite movie is Hocus Pocus. I love Hocus Pocus. I don't know if it was my favorite when I was younger, but it's definitely been a long time favorite, I guess. And my greatest memory is pretty similar to yours. It was just me and my cousins. Like they would all come to my house because we just had like the better neighborhood where like they gave the big candy bars, and we'd get so excited, and so it would just be like, I mean, I have like 40 cousins on that side of my family. So it was like a giant mob of kids that were just all together as one. And yep, we'd have the pillowcases, and it was just really fun. Like that was the best. So spending it with family.
Oh,
Cute.
Nelson, will you shut the fuck up?
Macaiyla?
Leave me alone. I don't have a favorite Halloween movie. I like every movie. Like horror movies are my favorite, so anything Halloween or horror related, I like. I guess I miss as a kid, like for Halloween, I would go to my best friend's house and they owned a trailer. They'd attach the trailer to like I don't know if it's called a trailer, like the thing you put on the back of a truck. Like when you do hay rides and
Oh,
kids
okay.
sit
Yeah,
on
yeah.
those.
Like a
My
carriage?
neighbor, kind of like a carriage, but like it's just a flat surface, right?
Like
and
a flatbed.
yeah, and me and my friends, like 20 of us, would sit on it and go around the entire neighborhood, like going up to
Oh,
houses, and it would
that's sick.
be decorated, and we would sit on hay, and there would be like horror related stuff on it, and it was just really cool because we were the only people in the neighborhood who did it. So
Yeah,
we're
that's
like
super
being
sick.
drove around on a truck, Halloween themed. We'd had a radio playing music like of Halloween shit and like
cute.
light up stuff. Yeah, we'd do that like until 11 or 12, and then we'd have a bonfire. So I miss that a lot.
That sounds really fun.
I don't know what the movie's called, but it like Sandra Bullock's a witch in it. In I don't remember, but
I
it's
love that movie.
What is it?
that's my
Um,
favorite like Halloween movie.
I want to see it. I haven't heard
I don't
of that.
remember what it's
I love
called, but it's
Sandra
an amazing
Bullock.
movie.
I watch it even when it's not the season to watch it.
Practical Magic.
Practical
Yeah.
Magic.
Practical Magic.
Magic,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna watch it. It's on my list now.
It's, a
It's
cute
just so
movie.
like
I love
wholesome.
Sandra
Anything
Bullock.
with Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, love her, Queen.
Also,
Nicole Kidman
my
is hot
my
as
first
fuck
ever
in
Halloween
that.
party was in like Norway when I was like 17. And this is not a cozy memory. My
okay.
brother drove a car and our like town flooded and we didn't see the road, so we drove off the road. And then
Oh my
our car was like covered in the water that was came from the flood. It was so fucking dumb. And I called my mom. I was like, "Hey, we slid off the side of a cliff and water's coming in the car." And then the phone cut. And so my mom thought we were fucking drowning in the ocean. So she called like Norway's 911. But no one, like, they didn't fucking find us. So I got a hold of my mom. So she called them back, and that ended up in the newspaper. Yeah.
Oh my
with, like,
God.
town on it.
Fuck.
So that's my cozy. I just remember that. That was my first ever encounter with Halloween when I was 17. But except from that, my best memory for Halloween was Adept tricking me on that roller coaster when I met her for the first time when I
That's
was drunk
funny.
as fuck. So
What'd
yeah,
she do? What did
she the first time I met Adept was on Halloween 2 years ago. And I met her. I was shit-faced drunk, and she tricked me onto a roller coaster. She was like, "No, this is just a cute little ride," and it was actually a huge, fucking fast roller coaster. And I was just hiding my face the entire time, screaming behind Serena.
Oh, do you not like
That's my
roller
best memory.
coasters?
Hmm?
Do you not
No,
like
she
roller
hates it.
coasters? Oh.
No, I don't like being trapped because of the elevator thing that I told you guys earlier.
Oh, okay. Maya?
I haven't really like sat down and watched Halloween movies for Halloween. I like The Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't know if that counts.
Oh yeah, that
It's a
counts.
Halloween movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a huge.
But I like that one just because I like the animation. But as for memories and whatever, I don't know. I used to go trick or treating. There was one time, my parents found a kitten on the freeway, and so we took it, and it was a barn cat. And for that Halloween, I was a vet, so I carried the kitten around for all of my
Aw.
trick or treating.
Oh
and
my
he was, like,
God, of course.
living.
so
Like
cute.
he was an outdoor cat, so he was chilling. He would like follow me down the street for trick or treating. He was super happy, and that was probably the best
So
Halloween that I had.
cute.
He was just like hanging out with me and all my friends. It was a good time.
Cute.
Yeah, that's adorable.
Well, guys, happy Halloween.
It's in like
Yay!
7 days, isn't it?
Happy
Early
Halloween next
Halloween.
week.
Yeah,
I know,
it's
but like
tomorrow.
today's the Halloween
Halloween.
podcast. Happy Halloween from
Yeah. The princesses.
And
Did we even say our princesses, by the way?
I'm
I
Belle.
think so.
Oh, we didn't.
I'm Jasmine. Malena.
I'm definitely a Disney princess. Can you guess which one?
Well, I actually think Maleficent's like lore is that like she was supposed to be a princess, but then she got like rejected or some
Ooh.
shit like that.
Oh.
And so
There
then
you
she just
go.
got
That
mad.
hits
and
the
became-
spot.
Yeah.
Mm, Maya.
I'm Snow White.
I'm obviously Sleeping Beauty.
Wait,
What?
what?
No, you guys.
I'm like.
I'm Cinderella. It's literally in my name, so that would be weird. If I said something
Oh,
else.
oh my God, that's true.
Yeah, I actually didn't think about that until
Yeah, I didn't either.
I did think about
Because we
that.
always just call you cutie, so I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to be Cinderella at Disneyland, so
Do you
Is
like
Is that
Cinderella?
why that's your name?
doing the makeup today was very like I thought like it
Reminiscent?
looked better earlier, but like it was like very I was like, oh god.
Yo, mine
here we
was
go.
difficult. I had to like carve out a cheekbone.
Yeah, yours seems insane. Yours seems actually
It
like
was-
super good.
Mine
but-
took like an hour and a half.
Well, no, you're really good at makeup.
Yeah, you
I-
are. I would love to learn.
Mhm.
Same with
I
Adept.
need-
Adept does really good makeup too.
I need to learn.
But I don't know how. Anyway, well, yeah, I hope I've been trying to force Maya to play Phasmophobia with me, and she hasn't yet. But
Oh no, she'd get so scared. She
no,
she got sad
wouldn't.
during Among Us.
Yeah.
Oh, I cried when I played Among Us for the first time. That's
Why?
true.
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
because it was with like however many people, and I had no idea what the objective of the game was.
Oh, and people
And I had no
yell and-
idea what
yeah.
was going on, and I was stressed because there were a bunch of people, and then Matt was trolling, but I didn't know he was trolling. He was like, Maya, you fucked up! And I was like, what could I possibly have fucked up in this game? And I just freaked out and I cried.
That's so sad.
Not a lot, just a little bit. I like walked
Yeah,
away for a
I
minute and I
understand.
came back and I was like, yeah.
That's so
Aw.
Oh, I
sad.
love
Isn't
Maya.
it always worse, like, when it comes from them? You know what I mean? It's like you're
Yeah.
enduring so much, and then the second they open their fucking mouths, it's like, all right, I'm done. I gotta walk away.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah. I think Among Us has been some of the most toxic like relationship. Like I remember Ludwig was like going on a rant because we were in the same Among Us game, and he went on a rant on his stream about how it like sucks to play with me because he could like hear me in the other room, and I was like,
Oh.
like I was so sad. Like I was like,
Fuck him.
okay.
Welcome to our struggle over here.
But yeah. Well, okay. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
We'll
Happy
figure out the next
Halloween,
one.
Next podcast, we're gonna
See
have
you
a
guys
guest,
in 2
right?
weeks.
We're we
We're gonna have a guest,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we should have a guest next week or next time.
Okay, nice. Okay.
2 weeks.
See you guys
from
in 2
today.
weeks.
Thank you guys for
Bye.
watching.
Bye.
Good
Bye
night.
guys. Bye.